Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
As a Canadore College alumni, you have access to perks. Canadore Alumni Perks. This is a lifetime membership that includes special access to great offers, opportunities to get involved, and so much more. Graduates can access discounts and special offers from businesses and hotels locally, across Canada, and internationally. Get information on special events and news, or access the alumni job portal. Keep in touch with Canadore's alumni office. Visit canadorecollege.ca/perks. Great things happen here.
You rely on your vehicle to take you to the places that matter most to you. So bring your vehicle to the team you can rely on to keep it running at its best. Dave's Automotive Services. Whether you're getting your car or truck ready for the season with a tire change, making sure you're safe on the road with an inspection and certification, or doing your due diligence to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape with regular maintenance, Dave's Automotive Services has you covered. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect when you bring your car or truck to Dave's Automotive Services at 411 Airport Road. Call 705-478-5544 and book your appointment today.
The Frontline Podcast, Season 3. Courtney Kenny, Matthew Sukram, Derek Lindemann, Bob Coles, and Ben Long bring you closer to your favorite teams like never before. Covering everything to do with hockey in the North Bay area, exclusive interviews with the North Bay Battalion staff and players, expert analysis on the OHL, NOJHL, and more, keeping you up to date on all things Voodoos, Trappers, Lakers, and more. It's a new season, it's a new adventure. The Frontline Podcast Season 3. Available wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
The pregame show is brought to you by La Herda Imports, family owned and operated since 1995. Visit laherdaimports.com for more details.
Good evening, friends, and welcome inside the Powassan Sportsplex for tonight's NOJHL matchup between the French River Rapids and the Powassan Voodoos. I am Derek Lindemann, and I'm pleased to be joined tonight by Ben Long for Voodoos Hockey on the Frontline broadcast, brought to you by Average Joe's Eatery. Well, Ben, a home and home as this is the back end, which started Sunday night in French River with the Powassan Voodoos winning that night 6-2.
Yeah, these teams are quite familiar with each other by this point of the year. Some of the players are a little more familiar with some of the others as they've made a trade fairly recently. But one of those players won't be in the lineup tonight.
No, Chase Thompson is a scratch due to an injury. He has been performing better with the Powassan Voodoos. He had 5 goals, 7 assists in the 16 games since coming over from the French River Rapids. But the player going the other way, he's one of our Mike the Financial Advisor's player to watch for tonight.
Players to Watch is brought to you by Mike the Financial Advisor. If you have financial questions, he has financial answers. On Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Mike the FA.
Looking at the player to watch tonight for the French River Rapids, it's North Bay's own Will Burre. He went the other way in that trade that saw Chase Thompson coming back to the Powassan Voodoos. The left-handed shot has recorded 4 goals, 3 assists, 7 points in the 13 games since joining the French River Rapids. And looking at the player to watch tonight for the Powassan Voodoos, Connor O'Brien, the right-hand shot from Wilbraham, Massachusetts. He's played in 27 games, 8 goals, 15 assists, good for 23 points, and included in that was a goal and assist in Sunday's victory over this French River Rapids team.
Yeah, he's been a solid player all year for Powassan, and I think he kind of floats under the radar a little bit because he plays with some of the guys. He plays with Smetham, and then you have new guys coming in like Thompson who kind of get some attention. You have Little on defense who gets attention. So I think he flies under the radar a little bit, but he's really been a solid producer and solid at both ends, really.
And I've really come to notice it because getting the call a few games here is his name gets mentioned quite often and doesn't really get recognized. As you said, he flies a lot under the radar, but he does the jobs, and he does the jobs well for Peter Goulet and the Powassan Voodoos. Let's look at the starting goaltenders for tonight, as we're going to see in goal for the French River Rapids, Brady Dyer.
Yeah, so he's coming in here with a 4.84 goals against average and a .918 save percentage, which really isn't that great of numbers. He's got 3 wins to 9 losses. He's also started or being credited for playing in 20 games. With that said, the team in front of him's not been too solid all year, so you can't put too much of that on him.
No, and getting this start for the Powassan Voodoos tonight is number 31, Dan DeRoccolo.
Yeah, and numbers-wise, he's doing incredibly. Goals against average is less than 2, and his save percentage is .935.
Good job. Last time we saw him was in a 4-1 loss, though, to the Greater Sudbury Cubs right here last Friday evening. Or what was it? Saturday.
Saturday, yes.
We were Saturday night as the Greater Sudbury Cubs defeated the French River Rapids, defeated the Powassan Voodoos 4-1 that night.
Yeah, he had a solid game. You know, you can't put that loss on him. He played pretty well. Powassan was just outmanned, really.
Definitely. As again this week, the Greater Sudbury Cubs again remain in that number 7 position in the Canadian Junior Hockey League A-level rankings across Canada, so that's a good recognition for the Sudbury Cubs.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive because a lot of times those spots are filled up by teams that are affiliate teams, so they're getting fed players. But for them, they aren't affiliate anymore.
No, we're going to step aside momentarily for the playing of the national anthem.
Meals are a special time for families to gather, share their day, and spend quality time together. Those dinners are made extra special when you add tropical produce found in the markets and grocery stores that carry La Huerta imports. La Huerta knows the importance of family, so they know which quality products make the best quality meals for your customers, whether it be Mexican Hass avocados, Brazilian figs, Ecuadorian red dragon fruit, or something just as exotic and special. To get your supply of the best tropical produce at competitive prices with brands buyers trust, contact La Huerta Imports at 705-752-1478.
Community engagement is one of our core focuses at McDonald's. The key is finding the right people who are passionate about the same things we are, helping kids be kids. McDonald's proudly supports local organizations such as the North Bay Regional Health Center Foundation, Big Brothers Big Sisters, One Kids Place, the Children's Aid Society, and Ronald McDonald House Charities. Stop by McDonald's on 1500 Fisher Street, North Bay, to see how we can serve you and the community every day.
Hey there, I'm Mike the Financial Advisor. When you strip it down to its core and you take away all the industry jargon, I help people solve financial concerns. So if you're concerned that you'll never save enough to retire comfortably, or that your kid is going to graduate post-secondary $40,000 in debt, or maybe even that life is going to take a really unfortunate sideways turn and somebody is going to have to open a GoFundMe page for you and your family, I can help you prevent all of those things from happening. If you want to see how, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Just do a search for Mike the Financial Advisor. You should find me.
And welcome back inside the Powassan Sportsplex for tonight's NOJHL action between the French River Rapids and the Powassan Voodoos. The Rapids come in with 9 points in 30 games compared to the Powassan Voodoos, who have 41 points in 29 games, good for third in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, I know the Powassan's hoping for this to be another case of the rich getting richer and the poor getting poorer, but that seems the way this division seems to be. We have the top half and we have the bottom half, and there is a clear defining line between them.
Yeah, taking a look at the standings in the East, the Timmins Rock sitting atop of the Eastern Conference, 51 points. Next, the Hearst Lumberjacks, 48. Then the Powassan Voodoos with 41, and that's where the top three of the echelon are compared to now the bottom three. You got the Cochrane Crunch, 13 points. French River Rapids 9 and the Kirkland Lake Gold Miners 7 as we're underway here tonight. The French River Rapids going from the left to the right, wearing their white jerseys as the Powassan Voodoos are in their green olive jerseys, moving from the right to left. Leotino, he'll just dump it in. Wolf sending it across to his partner up ahead. That's Bourré. The North Bay native just sends it in behind the net. Chasing after it, that picking up is Tugaluoff, and breaking out, that's Metham. Losing it, Leotino will pick it up, get it inside, but the French River Rapids will chop it back out to the neutral zone. The French River Rapids taking this time to make a change, is carrying that out is Snyder. He leaves it in behind as it's picked up by Bach. Backhand pass across the ice, off the skates of Russell, finally chipped in by Picard. Goes around the ice where Fullerton will send it back behind the net for his partner Risman. Up ahead, Voodoos with a nice little move. That Shields getting across, looking for Fullerton. He's down that right wing side with some speed. Stops up as he reaches the goal line. Back to the point it goes for O'Brien. Shot, rebound there, and Shields can't convert it as he had the goaltender out of the way. Pinching in is Risman. Shields will send it behind the net to the far corner. Getting there first is the Russell for the French River Rapids. It goes all the way. No icing to call here as the linesman for tonight's game is Corey Claremont and Charlie Giesler. His service will carry the puck into the zone. His shot blocked. Rebound again. Puck goes sent into the crease and is finally cleared away by the French River Rapids. Out to the neutral zone where Wilkie looking to get it across for Little, and the Rapids will take over. That's Hill into the far corner. Back to the point it goes. Down low, around to the near side. Larone will get to it first. In behind the net. The Voodoos will chip it out. Service skating after it. He's trying to take it away from Boucher. Boucher will take service into the end boards. Coming in to help out for the Powassan Voodoos is number 26, Gazic. Gets it towards the net. Bouncing puck, finally cleared. Leotino will pinch in to keep that down inside the zone. Strinchuluk loses the puck as it's taken out by the captain of the French River Rats, Ganacci, and he'll dump it in as they want to get a full fresh of 5 players out there. We've played just under 3 minutes here so far. Neither team with a shot on goal so far through the first 3 minutes of play. Leotino at the point. His shot gets blocked there before it reaches the goaltender. That's Tugalukov. Back to the point. Coming in the pinch in is Thies. He has it taken away, and the Voodoos will regroup inside the neutral zone. Leotino sends one in, and that goes off the glove of Dyer. And again, a rolling puck through the crease as teammate Tugalukov sends it through, and the Rapids send it out. Looking for the stretch pass was Fullerton. No icing on the call as Dyer came out to play that for the Rapids. And the Voodoos trying to get on the forecheck. Back to the point. Shot up into the netting in behind the goal, and we'll have a face-off here. We played 3:31 of this first period.
Yeah, Derek, you've had quite a mouthful so far where they've just had the play going back and forth and not have much breaks in there for you. As we're looking back quickly after this whistle and put you back to work again here.
I don't think we even have the shot clock in action tonight, so unfortunately we probably won't be bringing you shots because I'm sure there was a couple already. As Fullerton can't keep in there. There's Burry, 1-on-1, his shot kicked aside, and helping out on the rebound with Thies, and it's cleared out to the neutral zone. Down it goes towards the Voodoo Rapids zone. Stopping up behind his net is Joshua McKay, leaving it there for Bach. He'll get to the neutral zone, makes a move around Wilkie, and the Voodoos send it the other way. Carrying it in is Patrick, trying to get around, loses it there. Vassos now with it. Sends it in behind the net for Smetham. Bringing it out, sending it across the ice into the feet of Capanella. He has it taken away, and the Voodoos battling for it in the far side. Vasso elects to turn around and go the other way. Wilkie off the feet of Smetham. And the music comes on even though play is going on. And it's sent back to the point. Bach looking for that shooting lane. It's taken away. Finally, the shot is there. Wolf with the rebound. Off the end boards, back out in front. Loose puck goes through the crease. As getting that second shot away was Burry. Chopped up ahead by Little. Sending across ice with Metham. Picked up there by the captain, Ganacci. He sends it all the way around. Hill in on the forecheck for the French River Rapids. Out in front, taking it to the neutral zone. Picard with the shot. And an easy save there for Dracolo as he makes another great save. No rebound to come about.
Yeah, and now Van Halen can flare over the system and not have to be stopped prematurely. But we had this quite often. These games are tilted in Powassan's favor. The last few shifts, French River really just taking it to them and not letting them have any time to breathe.
Voodoos win the draw. Bringing it out is Lemke. He's come back into the lineup. This is his third game since returning from injury as O'Brien picks up the pucks right at the center dot. Crosses the line, shot fired. He'll miss the net to the right. Leotino will just grab that and turn around and fire it back in. Dyer will come out looking to play it. He'll go backhand. Up ahead for Picard. Picard chips it ahead for Hill. Hill loses it as it's picked up there by Lemke, slowing things down as they reset the offense. Cross ice it goes for Thies. Thies with it now. On his backhand, gets a cross shot. Blocker saved by Dyer. Big rebound is cleared by the Rapids. Up ahead, Picard down the right wing side. He's got Russell cutting to the net. Goes off of the stick of Dracolo and up over the glass. Another stoppage of play. 6 minutes gone here in this first period.
Yeah, and not having those shots there is really throwing me off, Derek. Yeah.
I just want to keep saying them, but they're not there.
I mean, it's usually a good indicator of how the game's going and to kind of a point of reference, and to not have it is it's like not being able to see the penalty time.
French River wins the draw. Snyder with a shot, but it's the Voodoos breaking away the other way it goes. That puck rolls down. Dyer will come out and cover it up with a quick whistle. That will come up to the right of the goaltender, Brady Dyer.
Yeah, and that was good for Powassan there. They wanted to see it come out after French River had them hemmed in there for a good few minutes. Liam Service had a little break there, just couldn't make the most of it.
The Rapids win the draw as it goes in behind the net. Snyder will pick it up off the end boards. Up ahead for Larone. He goes down the right wing side, tries to get it through, but Risman with a good stick on the ice intercepts that pass, and the Voodoos will try and get it out. They do get it out to the neutral zone where it's sent back in by Snyder. Risman slowing things down. A nifty little move around one player, but then he has it taken away by Mason. Mason looking to center it, can't kept in. Snyder does keep it in as the linesman right on top of that. Stretch pass. Snyder will handle that. He's going up against Gazic. Gazic takes Snyder to the ground. Bach will come in and pick up that loose puck and send it around to the far side. Little comes off the point to try and pinch in on that one. Ricci shot, and that will go up over the end boards. Another whistle here deep inside Rapid zone.
Yeah, and one thing that I'm noticing tonight is Powassan's transition game is usually pretty solid getting out their end and down the other way. Even with that one was a botched pass and tipped by French River into their end. It wasn't a solid transition.
Yeah. Turnover there as Long picks up that pass in behind the net. He'll cycle it down low for Ricci. Little down towards the goal area, off the end boards, comes out the far side. As jumping on that is Kelly. He has it taken away by Bach. Bringing it out, that is number 21, Bryce Furman. A call out for the French River Rapids as the puck gets steered into the corner. The Voodoos again trying to get it out. Can't get it past the line. Bach with a shot. Easy glove save there by Dracolo.
Yeah, and due to the injuries, we're seeing some interesting lines out here for Powassan. For example, we have Ricci playing on forward, where he's usually back on defense.
Yeah, Carson Ricci getting the advantage to go up to the front to play in the absence of Chase Thompson. So that's one of the adjustments they've had to make with the absence of Chase Thompson. Looking at the referees for tonight's game, we have Adam Morrell and Josh Jolly. Back to the point, Ganacci. Cross ice. Kicked aside. Finally, the Voodoos will get it out to the neutral zone into the Rapid zone. Ganacci behind the boards for Wolf. Wolf back to Ganacci. Skinny up, looking to send that cross ice. Vassos takes that away, but Bure will pick up that loose puck. He'll take a hit and send the puck in behind the net. The Voodoos will pick up on the far side. Thies, his pass taken away, and here's with a breakaway opportunity. Hill tries to go blocker and is steered into the corner. Duraclo making the biggest save of the game so far. A penalty coming up, and it's going to go against...
It's going against French River.
A holding call.
That was a very clear, kind of a tackle that went down there.
Campanella going to the penalty box for the French River Rapids.
Yeah, and ref can't really miss those ones. That was pretty blatant. We'll see what Powassan do on the power play. They don't have the strongest power play of the NOJHL at this point, but let's see if they can move things around here.
Taking a look at power play numbers, they come in converting 25 goals on 126 opportunities, just under a 20% clip as they enter the zone, and they're going to be called offside. So that will just cost them a little bit of ice, as the turnover would have sent them all the way down in behind the goal. So yeah, we talked about the just under 20% success rate of the Powassan Voodoos on the power play. Looking towards the penalty kill, the French River Rapids have only given up 33 goals on 149 opportunities. They've been killing off just under 78% of their opportunities. Little walks in, shot, glove, save. Dyer will hold on to that, no rebound.
That was a beauty save because Little has one heck of a shot that he comes in. And when he just gets a chance and he was, top of the circles there, I don't like facing those ones.
No. You never know, and it's just when you face a shooter as good as Alex Little, you're expecting him to pick that corner most of the time. Wilkie will glove that down as he keeps it in for the Voodoos. Sending it down into the corner. Strenchkaluk battling forward down low. Lemke now with it. Strenchkaluk. Back to the point it goes for Wilkie. Cross to Little, his pass just off the mark. Little can't control it and is sent down the ice. Wilkie will skate after it as he stops up behind his own goal, allowing the Voodoos to make a line change and get the second unit out. 1 minute gone here in this penalty to Campanella, as service will allow the Voodoos to finish off that change. He'll leave it behind the net for Leotino. Back to service. He's got some speed down the left wing side as he enters the zone. Stops up at the half boards. Back to the point for Leotino. Service walking into the bottom of the circle. His shot blocked. No room there. Back to the point. Leotino elects not to shoot and send it back to service. Leotino cross ice. O'Brien's shot poked into the corner by Dyer. Service with now. Still keeping it in. It's poked free. And Picard and Leotino, and that's Duraclo, will have to come out and clear it into the hands of Leotino. He's got a couple men as he enters the zone. Smetham loses it, and another break. Picard now in all alone. At the top of the circle, backhand, forehand, and he'll score shorthanded, as that is Connor Picard putting up the French River Rapids up by a score of 1-0 just after the penalty had expired.
I was just going to say that Powassan's power play was looking pretty good. They were moving the puck really well. And then to have an unfortunate little break like that, just go the other way, and, not much that can be done about it after that point.
Connor Picard, that's his third goal of the season. He's only played 10 games with the French River Rapids as he picks the pocket of the Powassan Voodoos defender and goes in all alone. He fakes the backhand and tucks it in on the forehand as Duraclo forced to follow the direction of the players. The Rapids win the draw. Boucher gets it out to the neutral zone and is pushed back in by Patrick Kelly. In behind the goal it goes. Wolf, he has his pocket picked. Kelly back to the point for Risman. Doesn't make it as it's taken away there by Mason. Mason overskates it at the red line as Risman goes down behind the play. And the French River Rapid go offside as Russell was caught inside the offensive zone.
Yeah, and now here we are at the mid-period break, so we'll be back right after this.
This period is brought to you by Canada Alumni Portal. Get information on special events and news, or access the Alumni Job Portal. Visit canberracollege.ca/perks for more information.
And welcome back inside the Powassan Sportsplex, where the French River Rapids just scored momentarily as they take a 1-0 lead here with just under halfway through the first period remaining.
Yeah, it's been a good one this so far, back and forth a lot. I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to expect for the rest of this game. A lot of times you come in, you kind of get a feel of where it's going, but there's been a lot both ways, and either team could really step up and just take control at this point.
And the thing to know is the Powassan Voodoos, they have a lot of firepower, so this is no need to panic, as we've still got 9:17 remaining in this first period. Lots of time for them to get that equalizer, and a lot of game left, knowing that they beat the French River Rapids 6-2 Sunday night in Noelville. As the Rapids win the draw, Boucher, he'll dump it in, and is blockered into the corner by Duracolo. Campanella sends it in behind the net for the Rapids, picked up there by Thies. Off the glass and out it goes. Boucher across the ice for Campanella, back into the Rapid zone, up ahead for Bourré. Chipped off the boards as Bach takes it now, down into the corner, back to the point. Boucher shot, blocked it away, rebound bouncing, left pad save, and it's cleared in behind the net where it's picked up there by the Voodoos as they break out. O'Brien, the puck rolls into the corner. O'Brien battling with Boucher. Lemke comes in to help out. Lemke, nifty little pass between his legs. Leotino now, shot, doesn't make it through as it goes off of a couple sticks, and the Rapids will pick it up. Campanella down the left wing side. These will take care of him as the puck rolls into the corner. Coming in to help out was Leotino, taken apart. Centering pass, and another opportunity there as that was Dubach in all alone. That's a couple times now where the Rapid players have been all alone in front of the Voodoo nets.
Yeah, they've given them a lot of chances, and Duracolo's been there most of the time to shut them right down. Just on the comment of firepower that you're talking about before, they fooled a few people this year into thinking the game's maybe over, and then made a comeback in the late moments even.
Hill wins the draw back to Ganacci. His shot off of a stick into the far corner. That is Furman battling against a number of his own. Thies now into the corner. Leotino, he'll chop it. It can't go behind the net. Back to the point it goes. Shot steered aside by Duracolo. Rebound. Duracolo clicks that centering pass away as it's carried out by the Voodoos. Patrick sends it in the corner where he'll get it himself on the forecheck. Now battling for it is Smetham. Backhand, just short side, doesn't connect as the Rapids will get it out to the neutral zone. Rismond up ahead now for Patrick. He's forced to turn back as Smetham was in already ahead of the play. And now Smetham takes the puck as he gets hit with it. Rismond battling for it right in front of us. He's battling with Tugalokov, far side. Ganacci will send it in, bouncing puck out in front. And again, that was a great opportunity for Dubach as he was alone off of that weird bounce in front of Duracolo. Tied up on the near half boards. The Voodoos will send it in behind the net for Fullerton. Comes back on the near side, up ahead for Smetham. Looking for that cross-ice pass as Strichkaluk was behind everyone. Risman slowing things down as he skates it behind his own net. Overskates it. And it finally does get cleared as Snyder leaves it there. Ganacci will send it in, steered aside by Duracolo again. Voodoo's trying to get a line change in here as they get it up to the neutral zone. Ganacci will take that away, gain the red line, dump it in, cross corner. And Fullerton looking up ahead for service. He'll chip it up ahead. Strinchkaluk gets knocked off the puck as he crosses the blue line. Gets it back, looking back door as that was Gazik sneaking in. Couldn't get that pass through as that was off the stick of Dyer. Another opportunity as Morel gets tied up with the puck. The referee helping out. Gazik in for service. He can't handle it in behind the net. Cleared around the boards by Snyder. The Rapids can't clear the zone as Little keeps that in for the moment. Strinchkaluk battling also. Little now with it. Into the corner. The Rapids taking it out. Larone sends it cross ice. Hill. Mason, cross corner into the Voodoo zone. Picked up there That is Gazik as he goes for a change. Service sends it in, gloved by Dyer. He elects to hold on to it with a 5:36 remaining here in the opening period. Still 1-0 lead for the Rapids.
Yeah, there's a few really dangerous sequences in there that, I thought maybe Powassan was going to get themselves on the board and even this one up, but it didn't quite happen. One thing that I noticed in there is Little. He doesn't get a lot of credit for it, but he's really good at smart pinches and keeping the puck in.
Exactly, and this time Thies loses the puck as it's taken away. Picard again got some room down that right wing side. Makes another move, tries the same move. This time Dracula keeps the left pad in place. Another puck rolling into the crease. Dracula will smother that. 5:18 left, and another glorious opportunity for Connor Picard.
Yeah, that's a ballsy move for a forward to have a second breakaway and be like, I'm going to do the same thing again right here. And Dracula says, nope, not again.
No, good job this time staying with and keeping that left pad behind. Taking a look at the scoring summary, that was the 10-18 mark. Connor Picard picking up his third of the season from Jack Ganacci. Campanella at the point, looking for that shooting lane. Taking his time, sending it down low for a Hill. Goes over his stick into the far corner. Cleared away, that's Risman now controlling it. He'll skate towards his own goal. He's getting checked hard there on the forecheck as they turn over the puck. Hill with it. Skating it back towards his own point. Getting tied up there as there's a couple of players from each side. Fullerton and Shields will tie up the puck. And we're going to get a whistle here with 4:43 remaining. And the face-off will come inside the Voodoo zone.
Yeah, and that was a quite a scrum there. I think there might have been as many bodies down on the ice as there were standing up still.
Exactly. A pair from each team. Voodoos win the draw as Little puts it behind the net for Wilkie. To the sideboards, Vassos looking to send it cross ice. He hits his target, Patrick, who will send it in. First one there, Strinchkulak. Centering pass kept alive, but the Rapids with numbers coming back the other way. Passes a little behind Sermon. The Rapids will help out as it's cleared. Ganacci will send it down with a couple Rapids still pinching. That pass a little out of the reach of Patrick, and coming out is Dyer to jump on it. A whistle here, and we still got 4:13 remaining in this opening frame.
Yeah, that was another example of that transition that, they've been really strong at all year, just not quite making it today. I don't know if there's something funny about the ice or what's going on, but some of those pucks have been bouncing. They're little strange bounces there.
The Voodoos will be back in action on the 16th Friday night as they host the Espanola Paper Kings before closing out the Christmas break with a pair of games, a home and home with the Greater Sudbury Cubs as that puck is cleared into the corner by Dracula. Picking it up is Strinchkulak. Gets it out to the neutral zone where it's skated on there by Gazik. He's got room down the right side. He goes short side, and staying with him is Dyer. Nothing there, and Dyer just turns him away.
Yeah, that was, as a goalie, those are difficult situations where you have two guys coming in on you. That pass is usually what happens, but you can't cheat on it. You got to be right there, and that's what he did. He stayed there, held his ground, and sucked up that rebound.
You got to have trust in your defenseman that they're going to take that passing option away, and you got to stay with that shooter as long as you can as the Rapids win the draw. Looking for a face-off play there as Picard was trying to get out way ahead as it's pushed back in. Wolf, he's getting watched there by Kelly in behind his own goal. Picked up there by number 55, Hill. Cross ice. Fullerton takes it away momentarily before turning it back over. Wolf now with it. Up ahead for Picard. He's got room. Takes a shot. That doesn't hit his mark, and Dracula will pick that up off of the end boards. 3:21 still remaining.
Yeah, and speaking of weird bounces, that was quite one that came off the end boards there. That just kind of floated in and then up and back right towards Dracula there, and he had to make a quick, smart save to grab that. Otherwise, it could have been a dangerous rebound right there.
You think with that angle of the shot coming in, it would have went out on the far side, but it hit one of the boards in behind where the Zambonis come out and came back out on the same side as the Voodoos ice the puck here. Face-off coming back inside the Voodoo zone.
And with 3:11 left in the period, Powassan's really going to press here and try and even it up before they go into the intermission, so they can come back out into the second tied up.
Trying to gain some momentum is the Powassan Voodoos. Haven't really got much going their direction yet, as they do win the draw momentarily, but it's tied up in the far corner. Wilkie gets it up ahead. That's Lemke going down the left wing side. Drop pass for Wilkie. His shot right into the breadbasket of Dyer.
And Wilkie with that shot there, a lot of the credit goes to Alex Little for being an offensive defenseman, but Wilkie's doing pretty well for himself too. In 25 games, he has 20 points. He's got 2 goals and 18 assists.
Good numbers for a defenseman playing alongside with Alex Little. Those two combining for a lot of the offense for the Powassan Voodoos, as Little has 26 points himself, as that's Furman sent in. Bolduc will skate after it. Little getting there first. Little cross ice, he goes for O'Brien across the ice, leaves it for Shields. Shields takes that shot, and Dyer again staying square, absorbing that as O'Brien runs him over and gets a little bit of attention from Gannacci, the captain, as things starting to heat up here late in this first period.
Yeah, the way that went down, though, I almost think there was a little bit of embellishment on the goalie's part to maybe try and get a call their way there.
Exactly, and now we got the quick whistle as some extra...
There's some chatting going on between the benches there.
Exchanging a little bit of pleasantries as they head to the bench. I
think they're saying happy holidays,
It's the season for pleasantries, maybe sharing cookie ideas.
Yeah.
Things are heating up as there's the face-off play again, looking for Picard on that stretch pass. Voodoos are doing a great job staying with that as the Rapids have one player stuck in deep. Voodoos will scare it out. Patrick will send it down around. First one there is Gannacci. Picked off by Smedham. Backdoor pass. Patrick just can't get the handle on it, and it's Boucher breaking out for the Rapids across the board, sending it in. Rebound there. Drachlo will take away that shot, and another one just wider than that. Drachlo trying to find out where that puck is. That's picked off Picard, his shot, and this time Drachlo will smother it here. 1:55 to go.
Yeah, and that's yet another example of Powassan trying to leave their end and just putting the puck on French River stick, giving them a good chance there. Good thing Drachlo's been playing solid and just kept them in this game. But back at the other end right before, we saw a really nice chance that Patrick had and just tipped off his heel and didn't make it to the net.
Shot there by Wolf, doesn't make it through, and here's an opportunity. If he can get away, that's Strinchkulak. Spins at the top of the circle. Back for Risman. Risman down low for service around the net, looking for that wraparound. Getting to the post first was Dwyer, and he'll smother up that rebound.
Yeah, I didn't think Dyer was going to get there on that one. I thought Service had him beat on that quick little wraparound there, but last second got that pad out and got there.
Exactly. I too thought it's hard when you're trying to reach for ice to try and get that strong push going from his right to his left. It's a lot easier if you can use that post for an anchor. Shot off of a couple sticks as long as shot doesn't get through, and then he follows that up with a big hit on Larone, and another hit as Fullerton levels Mason, and going in to get it is Risman. He'll take a hit. Mason overskates the puck. Long now picks it up. He's got some speed as he takes it around his net. Up ahead for Ricci. He just tips it up ahead for Kelly, trying to make a nifty little dangle, but it's taken away by the Rapids as they break out. Bach gets it up ahead for Mason. He carries it across, but he's knocked off the puck by Risman. And Little takes it the other way. 1 minute remaining here in this opening period as the French River Rapids continue to lead by a 1-0 score. The goal scorer was Connor Picard, opening up the scoring at the 10:18 mark for the French River Rapids as they slow things down, getting their final 5 out here for the late stretch. 40 seconds now remaining as it's taken away. Bach chips it in, and they turn it over. O'Brien gets it up ahead. Little, nifty little move. He's in. He's got Shields. Shields with the goal, and we're on even ground.
30 seconds left to tie up the game with a beautiful play by Alex Little there to make a little move, get around a guy, see Shields open and get it through another player to him, and all Shields had to do was put it back of the empty net.
Shields 14th of the season has tied things up here with 30 seconds remaining in the opening frame, as Alex Little was somehow up behind the forwards, making a move at the blue line, creating that 2-on-1 opportunity, and Little making no mistake, finding Shields' back door. Ganacci, 20 seconds now remaining. Behind the net it goes for 29, McKay. Just across as Gassage picks it up inside the Voodoo zone. Up ahead, that's Strinchkaluk. Overskating it, looking for Little, coming in, sends it towards the net. Doesn't make it, as going down to his knees was Hill to block that opportunity. And the horn will sound here to end this first period here from the Powassan Sportsplex. It's the Powassan Voodoos 1, the French River Rapids 1.
Yeah, and that was, as we said, there's firepower there. A little note on that goal. It was two of the top 3-point getters on Powassan's team that were involved there. The one that was not involved, our player to watch.
Both players to watch so far without any points on this game. Will Burray still off the score sheet, and Connor O'Brien for the Powassan Voodoos without any points there. Pretty even first period. Both teams had their challenges to get things going. Both teams dominated in the offensive zone. Powassan's got to just shut down and not turn over the puck inside that neutral zone.
That's the big thing, right? And they got to keep their transition game maybe a little more simple. Make sure the passes are on the stick, not on French River stick. And the other thing that I saw in that last couple minutes there was they started hitting a bit more. You start seeing more physical play, and I think that really benefits Powassan if they can get that going. Yeah,
Powassan being a little bit older will get a little more advantage out of that physical play. That's something we're going to have to look forward to see if they continue playing that way when we return in just under 13 minutes. For Ben Long, I'm Derek Lindeman. We'll be back on Voodoos Hockey here on the Frontline Broadcast.
Average Joe's Eatery and Patio is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items, or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
As a Canadore College alumni, you have access to perks. Canadore Alumni Perks. This is a lifetime membership that includes special access to great offers, opportunities to get involved, and so much more. Graduates can access discounts and special offers from businesses and hotels locally, across Canada, and internationally. Get information on special events and news, or access the alumni job portal. Keep in touch with Canadore's alumni office. Visit canadorecollege.ca/perks. Great things happen here.
You rely on your vehicle to take you to the places that matter most to you. So bring your vehicle to the team you can rely on to keep it running at its best. Dave's Automotive Services. Whether you're getting your car or truck ready for the season with a tire change, making sure you're safe on the road with an inspection and certification, or doing your due diligence to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape with regular maintenance, Dave's Automotive Services has you covered. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect when you bring your car or truck to Dave's Automotive Services at 411 Airport Road. Call 705-478-5544 and book your appointment today.
The Frontline Podcast, Season 3. Courtney Kenny, Matthew Sukram, Derek Lindeman, Bob Coles, and Ben Long bring you closer to your favorite teams like never before. Covering everything to do with hockey in the North Bay area, exclusive interviews with the North Bay Battalion staff and players, expert analysis on the OHL, NOJHL, and more, keeping you up to date on all things Voodoos, Trappers, Lakers, and more. It's a new season, it's a new adventure. The Frontline Podcast Season 3. Available wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
Yes. Boys going after the puck. Gets it away. Goes for the shot. Takes it. And Curran was stood tall on that
At
one.
5'10" and 154 pounds, Jackson Curran is a hard-working goaltender for the North Bay U16 AAA Trappers. The 2007 birth year netminder is relied upon heavily by his U16 team on a nightly basis.
I would say I'm a smart, confident, calm, controlled goalie. Probably my rebound control or my ability to play pucks. That's what I'd say is the best part of my game.
The North Bay, Ontario product models his game after a Canadian superstar netminder and a North Bay area NHL goalie prospect.
My favorite goalie is Carey Price, but I try to model my game after Ben Goudreau, one of my best friends. Practice a lot with him in the summer. I like his everything he does.
Curran works hard on and off the ice. He has a reputation of training like a professional, simply trying to get better every day.
I want to follow in Ben's footsteps, and I want to be better than Ben one day, so I try to work as hard or harder than him and what he has done.
Skates around the net, tries to wrap around. He can't get past Curran.
I think for Jackson Curran, what you get is consistency. You get consistency in attitude. You get consistency in terms of his performance on the ice. When I work with Jackson, we talk a lot about the economy of motion and the economy of emotion. And we've worked really hard on his skating. He's made a lot of progression in terms of his skating abilities, and that's really showing up in his play.
Curran's longtime goalie coach believes the young North Bay area goalie has come a long way in his ability to catch a puck and track a puck.
That's fundamental to Jackson, but I think one of Jackson's most outstanding characteristics is his personality, his compete level, his coachability, and what he brings to the dressing room. He will never be a liability in any of those areas. His goalie IQ, I think, has gone up considerably in the last year, and there's still lots of room to evolve that, and as that grows, he's even going to become better.
Curran also pays tribute to a teammate on his goalie mask. Noah Dugas passed away from a stroke in November of 2020, and in the summer of 2021, Curran had his friend's picture painted on his goalie mask.
It means a lot to me, personally, one of my best friends and someone I miss greatly, and talk to him every game before I go on. Just hope I have a good game.
Curran is hoping OHL scouts will overlook his team's record in the Great North U18 League and view him as a top goalie prospect for the 2023 OHL priority selection.
I've faced a lot of adversity this year since our team is not as good as it was last year. Faced a lot of challenges, ups and downs along the way, but keep pushing through and play the cards as they will. I'm a hard worker, never give up, and love the game.
This has been a Dostar Video Scouting presentation.
Oh, absolutely.
Let's get right to it.
I heard
All right.
the commentator say that. I rewatched the game. It was pretty funny when you said that.
It was pretty interesting.
All of hockey?
Congrats again on being named.
No, it's just a trick one for you. You don't have to answer it. It's okay. I know number one.
I think the answer here would suit best if I said number 2-4 on the North Bay Battalion.
I love that. It just made my heart warm. But let's keep going. Here we go. Number 2. What is your favorite holiday and why?
Oh, Christmas by a mile.
Why?
It's the most beautiful time of the year.
There you go.
But, no, seriously, it's Christmas. Being able to spend it with the family and being able to give back to kids who are less fortunate and stuff like that. It definitely plays a role in my kind of lifestyle, where every Christmas we go to give food out and donate clothes and stuff like that, and being able to spend with the family is the best time.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more. Okay, now on to number 3. What is your favorite holiday treat on a cheat day? Out of any holiday, could be anything. What's your favorite holiday treat?
Favorite holiday treat?
Yeah.
You got me on this one.
It's a good one.
You're going to give me a second here to think.
I'll give you mine. My aunt, she makes this like caramel M&M chocolate. It's called Christmas Crack. Outstanding.
What's it called, sorry?
Christmas Crack. Because you have one piece and you just keep going back for more.
I mean, most of my days are cheat days, but I really love peanut butter balls. Those are my favorite.
Protein peanut butter.
I got mine. My favorite's my grandmother's homemade tiramisu.
Oh wow.
Meals are a special time for families to gather, share their day, and spend quality time together. Those dinners are made extra special when you add tropical produce found in the markets and grocery stores that carry La Huerta imports. La Huerta knows the importance of family, so they know which quality products make the best quality meals for your customers, whether it be Mexican Hass avocados, Brazilian figs, Ecuadorian red dragon fruit, or something just as exotic and special. To get your supply of the best tropical produce at competitive prices with brands buyers trust, contact La Huerta Imports at 705-752-1478.
Community engagement is one of our core focuses at McDonald's. The key is finding the right people who are passionate about the same things we are, helping kids be kids. McDonald's proudly supports local organizations such as the North Bay Regional Health Center Foundation, Big Brothers Big Sisters, One Kids Place, the Children's Aid Society, and Ronald McDonald House Charities. Stop by McDonald's on 1500 Fisher Street, North Bay, to see how we can serve you and the community every day.
Hey there, I'm Mike the Financial Advisor. When you strip it down to its core and you take away all the industry jargon, I help people solve financial concerns. So if you're concerned that you'll never save enough to retire comfortably, or that your kid is going to graduate post-secondary $40,000 in debt, or maybe even that life is going to take a really unfortunate sideways turn and somebody is going to have to open a GoFundMe page for you and your family, I can help you prevent all of those things from happening. If you want to see how, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Just do a search for Mike the Financial Advisor. You should find me.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Average Joe's Eatery. Average Joe's, where we want your experience here to be a happy one. 3501 Trout Lake Road.
And welcome back inside the Powassan Sportsplex. We're through 20 minutes of play. The Powassan Voodoos and French River Rapids are tied up at 1 apiece. My name's Derek Lindeman. I'm joined by Ben Long as you are watching Voodoos hockey on the Frontline broadcast. Well, Ben, neither team really took the advantage in that first period.
No, there's a lot of chances both ways. The goalies really played well. The shots now that we can see, 16-17 in favor of the guests, and 1-1. So, yeah, the goalies did really good, and both of them made a couple really big saves on some, obvious dangerous chances.
Girocolo having to make a few big saves on breakaway opportunities. The scoring summary in that first period, Connor Picard opening up the scoring at 10:18, his third of the season from Jack Ganaki. And then at 19:30, Tucker Shields, 14th of the season, tied things up. Alex Little with the lone goal, or lone assist on the Shields goal, as we are just moments away from puck drop here for the second period is now underway as it's controlled by the Rapids. Near side it goes for Russell. He takes it down, he fires a shot that just goes into the far corner, and the Voodoos will take over up ahead for Vassos. He tries to avoid a hit at center ice but loses the puck as it's sent in by Bach. He'll skate down into the corner after it. He's being watched over by Caden Long. Centering puck, it's just scrambling in front. Finally controlled by Russell. Wolf shot up off the blocker, and that will go up, touching the building up behind the goal, as Bach having some words with Leotino of the Powassan Voodoos.
Yeah, he had a really dangerous chance there, and Powassan just let him kind of make his way almost right across in front of the net again after going around behind it. And then he got hit pretty hard and wasn't too happy about it after.
No, you take exception to some of those hits when they get up high and are a little more harder than what you're expecting. Face-off coming inside the Voodoo zone to the right of Daniel Girocolo as the French River Rapids coach having a few words with the referees. That's Paul Frustagio, the coach of the French River Rapids and GM. One back by Tukhlokoff. Shot there by Ganaki, doesn't get through, steered into the corner. Girocolo will find the rebound and hold on to it, as we're wondering if that physical play that the Powassan Voodoos found at the end of that first period will carry over into this second frame.
Yeah, it looks like we're getting there, and it looks like French River decided they're going to step it up and get a little more physical too. We've seen a little more pushing after whistles than we saw, I think, in the whole first period in the first 45 seconds here.
Exactly, this is the back end of a home and home as the Powassan Voodoos won the game in French River by a score of 6-2. Ganaki will knock that down. His centering pass, the shot off of Bourre doesn't get through, and it's just being watched as Fullerton. He kicks it to the far side. Up ahead, Gazic looking for a head pass, and now a big hit right in front of the French River Rapids bench. Campanello carries it in. Centering pass, Bourre tries to chop at it, but the Voodoos come away with it. Up ahead, that's Strinchcock in all alone. He's being checked from behind. His backhand shot just wide of the mark, as that was the best opportunity here of the first 90 seconds of this second frame, as the Rapids just clear it down the zone. Little calming it down. His pass does not connect as he was looking for service. As it's brought back in, that shot there was taken by Boucher, and Girocolo, no problem with that glove save.
Yeah, no, he got in the glove and didn't let go. Now, that Stritcheluk chance down the other end, that was really clever defending, because that could very easily become a hooking or a holding penalty, but he stayed on and made sure that Stritcheluk knew he was there, but didn't take a penalty.
Rapids win another draw. A Snyder shot does not find its mark, and it's cleared all the way down the ice, and the Voodoos will be called for icing as that faceoff will come down deep inside the Voodoos territory.
Now, I know there's different rules for every league. With icing, it varies slightly. Now, that hit the side of the net. In some leagues, that would be waved out as not icing.
Well, here it is, because they took the puck all the way down the ice, and the Voodoos win the draw. Little will send it behind the net for Wilkie. Wilkie can't clear it as it's knocked down by Mason. Lerone helping out for the Rapids, as turning away is Kelly, battling in the corner. The Rapids player is down on the ice, back to the point. McKay's shot gets through, and somehow it's in the back of the net. We'll have to wait and see if Hill got a piece of that or not, but it is a 2-1 lead here for the French River Rapids.
The way Hill reacted there, I'm going to guess he got a piece of it. But that was so weird. I thought that was hitting him in the gut, and he must have last minute got out of the way, had a little tip on it or something.
I thought he got out of the way of it, but if it is Matthew Hill, that's going to be his 5th goal of the season here as we play 2:05, and it's the Rapids taking their 1-goal lead back here as they lead 2-1. Thies takes over in the neutral zone. He'll carry it in, down into the corner. He has to avoid the referee as he takes a hit, and he'll just lose it there to Tubak. Tubak taking his time. Nice little sauce pass to the far side for Ganaki. Back to Tubak. He tries to get in the zone, and we'll just send it down in behind the net. Lemke. Nice little backhand pass for Thies. Still, loose puck. Finally, it's chipped ahead. That was Leotino getting it out to the neutral zone. Ganaki will just send it back towards the Voodoos territory where it's picked up by Dubak. He'll get hit as he dumps that in. That was Connor O'Brien with the hit. And the Voodoos slowing things down. Leotino skating it out off the boards, up ahead for O'Brien. O'Brien will carry it in, looking to hit Leotino, who was going towards the goal. And it's knocked away. Lemke will just chop it back inside the zone where it's finally picked up by the Rapids. Up ahead, Bach was skating into it. He goes to his knees quickly, gets back up. He'll take a hit by Leotino and get it to the ground as Leotino breaks out. Far side, Lemke hits Patrick as he goes across the blue line into the corner on the near side. Sends it around hard. The Voodoos were on a line change. Picard battling for it for the Rapids as it finally comes out, and it's cleared back in there by Smetham. Bach slowing things down in behind the net. Sorry, that's Snyder slowing things down as the Voodoos finish a change, and so do the Rapids. Picked up there, that's Tugalukov. Losing it as it's turned over. Smetham shot over the top of the net, and Fullerton can't keep it in, and the Voodoos forced to retreat on the delayed offside. Smetham will take that turnover. He tries to go short side off the blocker of Dyer, and the Rapids take over in the neutral zone. Tugalokov back to Russell. Russell backhand. Tugalokov trying to tuck that in. He'll take a hit. Dracula will cover things up as Picard comes in late to take care of the Powassan Voodoos player as he goes down to the ground. That is Risman taking a look at Picard as they exchange pleasantries on the way back to the bench.
Yeah, and the way he went down looked kind of weird there. I wasn't sure if he maybe got clipped in the leg by his skate or something, but he seemed to be fine and not going for any extra attention, so should be fine, and the play's back underway.
Ganaki sends it around on the far side. McKay coming off that point to keep it in. Backhand, Bourré down low. Hill trying to make a move. Duraco staying with him to poke it into the corner. Spinning off of a check is Campanella. The Voodoos do check it off of a stick as Service knocks it down into the Rapids zone. Rapids controlling the majority of this play here as we approach the 15-minute mark left. Gazik looking for Strenchkov in front, and Strenchkov will come in off the back to Little. Strenchkov, top of the circle, off the back boards as he can't find the net. Bouncing puck, kept alive there. Wilkie now with it just inside the Rapid zone. Skates across the ice, backhands it down low. Service will chip it into the near corner. Gazic, Strenchkov helping out. Strenchaluk, the Thieves. Voodoos picking things up here with some sustained pressure through the crease, and it's just backhanded in by Fullerton. Dyer poke checks it out of his crease area where it's picked up there by Gazic. He's battling with the defender in the near corner. Campanella picks up that loose puck on the near side, flips it through the neutral zone up ahead for Bourré. A little too far from him as Fullerton will clear that out of the way. Gazic leaving it there for Thies. McKay turns it over. Gazic stays on side as it's taken in. Nifty little move there by Long off his feet into the corner. He's battling there with Hill. Hill ties him up as it looks like a rugby scrum on the near corner. Ganaki in to help out along with Ricci. Still battling for it. Refs yelling to move it. Ricci comes out, tries to walk out in front, and Hill and Long still tied up in the near corner as the puck goes the other way. Finally, the arm is raised and the whistle called as play is halted here as it's Long getting tied up in this near far corner. And now another scrum breaks out, as that is Ricci, as Long and Hill finally gets separated. Long without his helmet, as Ricci gets separated from the French River Rapids player number 19, Riley Wolf. So we'll have to wait and see how the referees view this, as they're going to have to get together and compare notes and see what really occurred here, as that's Wolf and Hill going to the box for the French River Rapids, and it is Ricci and Long involved for the Powassan Voodoos.
How many minutes is a pile driver?
At least 4 minutes, and again, I don't know, 4 minutes for a double minor for roughing. And a tryout on NXT.
Yeah. Yeah, he gets a trial contract for that one.
The faceoff will come down inside the Rapid zone. They're pointing to the left of the goaltender.
And Long still isn't in the box.
No, he's talking to the assistant coach just outside of the Powassan bench. Still does not have his helmet on, so he has to stay in behind the glassed area for precautionary reasons. So we'll have to wait and see exactly how that is called, as that is Jeremy Love getting all the information to make sure he has it right inside the timekeeper's box.
Yeah, now I didn't see what was happening down the corner there. Was it a fight or was...
It was wrestling. It was
old
school UFC laying on the ground holding each other.
Was it two men consensually wrestling, or was one man being wrestled by the other?
I'm not too sure. I'm not going to say anything there. Taking a look, there's one other game tonight in the NOJHL, as that is up in the Sioux. Thunderbirds are leading the Elliott Lake.
Looks like Long's getting no penalty minutes just on that.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. So the Sioux Thunderbirds leading Elliott Lake by a score of 3-0. 5 minutes gone in that second period as well. So we'll have to wait and see what the penalties are, but it is a 2-minute power play for the Powassan Voodoos, as there's 2 minutes up on the board for the French River Rapids. We'll have to wait and see when the announcement is made of the penalties, or they come up on my tablet, as the French River Rapids win the ensuing face-off. They can't clear the zone as it's kept in. So the penalties are a 2-minute holding call against Hill, and that was the result of the penalty. And then both Wolf and Ricci picking up 2 minutes for roughing and 10-minute misconducts each. So the Voodoos with the advantage. Wilkie cross ice for Fullerton. Down low, sending it for Trenchaluk. He gets it back to the point. Wilkie down on the hot boards where Trenchaluk had left it already. Backdoor pass. Gatchik just can't miss the handle of that as it comes to the near side, and the Rapids will clear it down the ice as Little goes back, and the Voodoos making a line change. 1 minute gone on this power play for the Powassan Voodoos. They're 0 for 1 on their only opportunity in the first period, as that was Leotino going to his knees, and the Rapids will send it all the way back down the ice. 40 seconds now left in the penalty to Matthew Hill. As the Voodoos break out, service. He'll enter the zone with some speed, stops at the half boards. Back to the point, Leotino near side for O'Brien. Leotino, shot, stopped as the bouncing puck is loose in the center of the ice, and is finally corralled there by the Campanella and sends it down the ice. Leotino being watched there by Picard, as there's just 15 seconds now left in this penalty. Voodoos with one more opportunity, as Hill back ready to get back to the ice, and that's cleared down the ice by Picard, and we're going to be back to 5-on-5 action now as Hill steps out of the penalty box. So the Voodoos 0 for 2 tonight on the man advantage, as Leotino allowing things to set up in front of him. Thies gets across the red line, he'll carry it in, no offside, and it's cleared all the way down the ice by the French River Rapids, and it's going to be an icing call here. With 8:38 gone in this second period, it is a 2-1 French River Rapids lead.
Yeah, and we've that was another pretty solid looking power play by Powassan. Some good puck movement, but no real dangerous chances being made there.
Face off one long, looking back door. That goes off of the post as he was trying for that far side. It's snuck out to the neutral zone. Ganaki carries it in. Drop pass for Russell. Back to Ganaki in the corner. Cross ice. McKay loses the handle on it as he tries to shoot. Lemke racing in. He dives for it as it rolls into the corner. Long will take care of McKay. Centering pass, bouncing puck. Dyer will hold on to it, and he'll push Gazik off of him. And Lemke now getting involved as he pushes Bach from behind.
That's like a one-step improvement on the old Patrick Waugh glove save, you know. Grab the puck, little swing around, push the guy in front.
And skate away.
Yeah.
Hey, nothing happened here. Nothing happened.
How many things can you do in one movement?
I can pick it, catch it, pick it up, bring up a helmet, throw a blocker.
Don't forget the stick to the back of the legs while you stand there too.
Yeah. Rapids win another draw here in the defensive zone. Campanello will flip it off of the glass into the neutral zone where Wilkie sends the Voodoos back the other way. Vassos, far side for Metham. And the Rapids will take over again. The Rapids starting to pick up their physical play as well. Burry, he'll take a hit and get it in down low for Campanella. Little will pick it up off of the Rapids. He gets tripped up. No arm being raised there as everyone was expecting a call. Garacolo will intercept that centering pass. Little will send it to the far side for Metham. Cross ice, that is just chipped up ahead by Patrick. No icing on the call as getting there first. Wes Snyder, he'll send it around to the far side. Boucher out to center ice for Tugalokov. Trying to make a little toe drag. It's knocked away, but on the rebound, battling in front, a couple whacks at it as that was Campanello. Garacolo making a few saves. Leotino stops up as he gains the rapid zone. Backhands it down low for Smetham. Coming in to take that away is Hill. And it's turned over there. The Voodoos can't take anything of that turnover, and the Rapids try and go the other way. Service picks the pocket of Bure as Bure goes for a line change. And again, just a bouncing puck at the neutral zone. Leotino allowing his teammates to get back on side. His shot blocked. Another shot blocked, this time by Hill off of the stick of Gazic. In around behind the net. Strinchiluk. Hill backhanded down low for service into the corner. He'll spin and come out to the half board. Back to the point. Down low. This time it's Gazic. Gazic backhand pass through the crease. Service not expecting that as he can't get the handle of that. Gazic. Voodoos with some extended pressure here in the offensive zone. Service back to the point. Thieves cross ice. It's just sent in quickly by Risman as he had a man on top of him. Risman will pinch off the point, and Voodoos can't keep it in when it comes out to the neutral zone. Lemke now with it. The Voodoos able to get a line change there as the French River Rapids haven't had a change now in just over a minute. Battling there is Boucher. Near side. Shields. Back to the point. Thieves shot. It gets blocked, and that will go up over the glass, so that's going to be a break for the French River Rapids as we come across the halfway mark here of the second period.
This period is brought to you by Canadore Alumni Perks. Get information on special events and news or access the alumni job portal. Visit canadorecollege.ca/perks for more information.
Scoring in the second period, the only goal so far has been the French River Rapids as they scored at the 2:05 mark. That was Matthew Hill with his 5th of the season from Joshua McKay. Not really how exciting you wanted the Powassan Voodoos to come out into the second period.
No, after getting that late goal in the first, I was really thinking that we might see a little more jump in their step and a little more control on the puck and a little more, what we've seen in the last minute, a little more of that cycling that we're used to seeing them do with good puck control.
That last minute and a half, basically the best 90 seconds of hockey in the second period for the Powassan Voodoos, getting that cycle going, but not really getting any open looks at the goal area, and the Rapids doing a great job clogging up the center of the ice.
Yeah, they're doing a good job taking away chances. There's a few times where the puck came across and then be a guy in front sort of near where the puck was going, but not quite. And then the Rapids would just kind of shut down the chance. Powassan would pick it up and keep going. Now, every time they get down the ice, it seems the puck ends up on Leotino's stick behind his net, and he carries it most of the way back to the French River's end.
Rapids again winning the defensive draw, flipping it out to the neutral zone for Mason. He tries to hit Larone. It goes through everyone and into the corner. Larone on the forecheck, battling with Wilkie. As it comes to the near side, McKay vacating his defensive spot. Tries to cycle it back up high, but he can't get it any further. And that's Bach battling in the corner for the French River Rapids. Wilkie, backhand pass, can't clear the zone. And now the Rapids do get it up, or the Voodoos get it up ahead. Metham into the corner. He'll take it in behind where he loses it there. Battling for it is Kelly for the Voodoos. In to help him out is Long. And the Rapids doing a good job just smothering that puck. Spinning and shooting, that was Smetham. As the Voodoos trying to get something going here again. 7:30 remaining in this second period. As Metham will shoot that in, and the Voodoos making a line change, allowing the Rapids some extra time to bring the puck out of their zone. Ganaki will reach the red line. He'll flip it in. Glove down by Rismond as he shakes that off, and he'll stop up in behind his own goal. Looking for that stretch pass. Lemke with the glove to put that down to the ice, allowing Shields to come in and skate. Kicked aside by Dwyer. Picked up service, wraparound. Dyer gets a cross, and he'll smother it up on the rebound. 6:58 remaining in the middle frame.
Yeah, and we've seen some line shifting going on. We saw just in that last shift, we saw Long was out there with Shields, or he was out there with a whole bunch of moving around. Smetham and Kelly, I think, is who he was out there with that period, that shift.
Again, the Rapids winning defensive draws. That's something that the Voodoos are going to have to take knowledge of if they want to start doing better, is winning those draws, especially in offensive zone. Gazic over skates it as it gets tied up in the linesman skates. He sends it down low, and the Rapids will take over. Russell making a move, looking to go cross ice, looking for Picard. Picard skating with a lot of jump in his legs tonight as he got the opening goal for the French River Rapids. Big hit there is coming across to make that hit was Tugalokov, and the Rapids take it over, going the other way. 4-on-1 developing here. Back door, and can't get that off was Boucher as he fans on that one-timer. Sends it down low in behind the net. Russell goes to his knees trying to make a centering pass. The Rapids forced to make a move as Snyder was trying to get off, forced to play that puck before he vacated the ice, and the Rapids just clear it on the delayed offside. Skating it up, taken away there at Campanella. He's in all alone, forehand, blockered away by Duracolo. Another glorious opportunity for the French River Rapids. Bourre walking out, backdoor pass, rolling through the creases. That was Mason that couldn't handle that one, or sorry, Hill with it. Cycling it back low for Campanello. Out front, over the stick of Bure. A lot of players going to the ice. Campanello's shot just goes off of the mitt of Duracolo into the corner. And that's cleared around. That will go up into the meshing off of the stick of Ganaki. So we'll have a face-off here. 5:23 remaining.
Yeah, that was a lucky tip by Powassan right there to get the puck out of the end because they were running around and they were not together defensively at all on that shift.
No, they got started getting running around as we're going to have a timeout here called. We'll have to wait and see which team called it. It was the Powassan Voodoos calling this timeout here. So they're going to take a quick 30-second break on the ice. And you know what? Powassan's got something to do here because they've been losing the majority of the faceoffs.
Yeah, I mean, if you start with the puck none of the times, it's not going to go very well for you in all likelihood.
Especially in the offensive zone. You've really been seeing the French River Rapids doing a great job getting that initial faceoff back into the corners, and that just makes it tough for the Powassan Voodoos to try and get anything set up. Those are the plays that you try and get a faceoff kind of play set up for. If you can win it, get some movement around, and maybe free up somebody on a shot opportunity. And if you're not winning those draws, you're not getting those chances.
Nope. And the other side of that is if they're getting the draws, they're getting a chance to get out, and you're having to go on defense, even in the offensive end right away.
Exactly, and we've seen the French River Rapids a couple times with the face-off deep inside the zone, where they try and send one of the wingers off free with a head pass as the Voodoos dump it in. Smetham will go in. He goes to the ground as he tries to hit McKay. As the physicality, Smetham forcing that check away, looking to bring it around. Backhand pass, shot, bouncing puck. Who finds it? Dyer will find it, and a little bit more pushing and shoving as Long and Kelly get involved for the Voodoos, and that looks like Bach and McKay for the French River Rapids. So the physicality really starting to pick up, as already being separated was McKay and Kelly, as Long and Bach still getting involved as they're trying to get separated by the linesman. Bach getting a little extra glove in as he pushes himself off of the face of Long.
Yeah, he got a few extra in there right at the end there, and I know that's not usually too frowned or too much smiled upon in the hockey world.
No, and again, we're going to have to wait and see what the penalties are called here after this dual infractions. Again, basically the Kelly and McKay really didn't result in anything other than a couple of hugs.
Yeah.
And the odd push and shove, but Long and Bach going to the ground with a couple of extra jabs both ways. Neither team really dropping gloves or...
No, and that's the thing with I don't know if that's with a result of the full face masks or what, but none of them seem to be dropping the gloves at all today, but they're going at it like they are.
Exactly, and not like old school where they were wearing the half visors years ago.
Yeah.
And I was going to say, do you think maybe that was part of the discussion, is Peter Goulet just coming out of that time out wanted a little bit more physicality, and he got that, but probably a little too aggressive out of the means of Kelly and Long.
Yeah, I would say he probably had a little bit to say about the running around in their end too. Now, that's the second time that Long was involved in a grappling, but his first time in the box. Maybe he doesn't want to be out there on the ice today, so he's like, who can I take off with me?
It looks like the French River Rapids coach is not happy with what's happening out there on the ice, as he is quite livid with the officiating here.
Now, he got away with one where Schneider was on the way off. The other guy actually stepped on the ice when Schneider touched the puck and then jumped back off.
Looks like no penalties are up on the board at this moment, so we'll have to wait and hear what the public address announcer Mike Brito announces after they get the official word.
Yeah, if I were to guess, I would say 2 minutes for roughing and 10 minutes misconduct each.
Well, that's for Long and Bach, but the other two basically just...
Oh, we're seeing 2 minutes up there on each side now.
So we're going to have 4-on-4 action here for the next 2 minutes. So as play gets underway, 5:04 remaining in the second period. It's still a 2-1 lead for the French River Rapids.
And now Goulet's the one that seems not very happy with the officiating.
And the Voodoos are going to, both teams need an extra player in the penalty box. Nothing's been updated on the website yet, or has come over the PA system here inside the Powassan Sportsplex. The face-off will come outside the neutral zone, just outside of the Rapids blue line as play gets underway, and they control the draw. Boucher retreats over to Snyder. Snyder setting things up. Tugalokoff down the left wing side. In front, Russell. He falls as he tries to center that across. Picked up by the Voodoos. It's Shields up ahead for Little. Little for Patrick. His pass is intercepted by Snyder. And it's taken and controlled back behind everyone by Boucher as they break out. Snyder shot, blocker to side by D'Arocolo. Boucher comes down to help out in the corner. Across ice for Russell. He backhands it in behind the net where Shields is watching Tugalokoff. Shields will take it away from him and start the rush up for the Voodoos. It goes in, but the Voodoos are on a line change as they got a couple players headed to the box. And now Russell allowing the Voodoos to finalize their change. 1 minute remaining in the penalties, as we're still 4-on-4 here momentarily. As forced to turn is Boucher. Schneider loses the puck as it's taken away by Smetham. Centering pass, and Leotino can't get the handle on it as it just goes under his stick. Gazic spins and keeps it on the ice as it's kicked into the corner by Dyer. Gazic at the point just keeps it in and sends it down into the corner for Leotino. He overskates it as Boucher takes it out. The Rapids still without a change since the 4-on-4 started, so they've been out there for a full minute 40 now as the Voodoos have already made one change. Leotino back down low, 10 seconds remaining in the penalties. So we're still on 4-on-4 for another 5 seconds. Gazic looking for a move. He'll spin back down low. Skates it towards the middle. It's Smetham. We're back to 5-on-5 action with 3 minutes left in the second period. Leotino will keep it in with his foot. Flips it into the corner. Battle ensues as that is Snyder. He's still been out there. He's been working on a 2.5-minute shift. Gazic will take it out front. Clearing puck off the head of Dyer, and it's cleared in behind the corner. Rapids trying to get it out. Finally carrying it out is the Laronde. He'll dump it in, and now the Rapids finally getting a change after nearly a 3-minute shift as the Voodoos controlled a lot of that in the Rapids zone, but really didn't get any scoring chances as that is sent into the crease area, knocked away by Duracolo. Picking up, there is Strinchluck. Cross ice, service, blocker save there as he tried to go short side. Dyer just showing him the leather. Service at the half boards. Leaves it for Thies. Thies centering pass tipped, and keeping that short side was Dyer, keeping it closed. 2 minute even left on the clock.
That was quite the shift that those French River Rapids were stuck out there, hemmed in their zone on the long change with 4-on-4.
But weren't able to get really anything going.
No, they've done a really good job taking away the dangerous chances, even though Powassan's controlling the puck a lot of that time.
Rapids just tying up the draw on the half boards as they finally do get it out to the neutral zone. Campanello looking to send it across ice for Bourret. He'll skate in. Fullerton missing that. Centering pass, just getting his stick lifted was Campanello by Thies at the last second. The Voodoos will take it away. Campanello will take the turnover and go into the Voodoo zone. Ganaki can't clear that or steer towards the goal area. Campanella centering pass, tipped away. Voodoo's got a 2-on-1 developing. Lemke, his pass gets intercepted there by McKay. And it's the Rapids who take over with the puck. Dubak leaves it for Campanella as he crosses the blue line. McKay has it taken away and it's cleared out to the neutral zone. O'Brien brings it in. He's battling with Boucher. Still has it. He'll take a hit from McKay, and the Rapids go the other way. Less than a minute here to play in this middle frame as Service backhands it into the corner. Boucher gets there first. Service battling with him for the puck. Boucher, Strinchluck battling also. Back to the point for Little. Wilkie at the center. His shot. It doesn't find the mark as it goes into the corner. And the Rapids get it back out to the neutral zone. 35 seconds now remaining. Little will send it in. That goes through everyone. So with 30.9 seconds, we're going to have an icing call here. And the puck's going to come all the way back inside the Voodoo zone.
Yeah, and they're pulling some of the guys back off the bench because they tried to pull a last-minute switcheroo there on the icing, but ref's going to catch them and not let them get away with it this day.
Tough job being one of those referees. It looks like the only penalties in that scrum there just happened moments ago with Jordan Bach and Caden Long both going off for roughing along with 10-minute misconducts. As we're back to 5-on-5 action here with 20 seconds remaining. Little with the puck. He will avoid Picard as he still has it. 15. Shot sent in, gloved by Dyer, and he'll hold on to it. We're going to have a face-off to the right of goaltender Dyer, Brady Dyer, with 14 ticks remaining.
There's one Powassan player left in the box.
And that looks like Caden Long.
Caden Long, but there's no French River player in the box.
I wonder if he snuck out to the dressing room already. Puck battling. Rapids do get it out to the neutral zone. a delayed offside. So with 3 seconds left, that's Wolf. He's going to try and tie things up and just kill off time. And the horn will go as the French River Rapids, with the only goal in the second period, will head into the dressing room with a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, and that's been another period with a lot of shots and not a lot of offense to show for it. Powassan wasn't able to tie it up there before the last one in the first period. But coming into the second intermission here, we have a score of 2-1 with Powassan 28 shots, French River 29.
Both teams 12 shots in that second period, with the French River Rapids getting the lone goal. So the Rapids will have a 2-1 lead going into the third period. He's Ben Long. I'm Derek Lemon, and you're watching Voodoos Hockey on the Frontline broadcast. We'll be back in just under 13 minutes with all of your third period action.
Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items, or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
As a Canadore College alumni, you have access to perks. Canadore Alumni Perks. This is a lifetime membership that includes special access to great offers, opportunities to get involved, and so much more. Graduates can access discounts and special offers from businesses and hotels locally, across Canada, and internationally. Get information on special events and news, or access the alumni job portal. Keep in touch with Canadore's alumni office. Visit canadorecollege.ca/perks. Great things happen here.
You rely on your vehicle to take you to the places that matter most to you. So bring your vehicle to the team you can rely on to keep it running at its best. Dave's Automotive Services. Whether you're getting your car or truck ready for the season with a tire change, making sure you're safe on the road with an inspection and certification, or doing your due diligence to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape with regular maintenance, Dave's Automotive Services has you covered. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect when you bring your car or truck to Dave's Automotive Services at 411 Airport Road. Call 705-478-5544 and book your appointment today.
The Frontline Podcast, Season 3. Courtney Kenny, Matthew Sukram, Derek Lindemann, Bob Coles, and Ben Long bring you closer to your favorite teams like never before. Covering everything to do with hockey in the North Bay area, exclusive interviews with the North Bay Battalion staff and players, expert analysis on the OHL, NOJHL, and more, keeping you up to date on all things Voodoos, Trappers, Lakers, and more. It's a new season, it's a new adventure. The Frontline Podcast Season 3. Available wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
Meals are a special time for families to gather, share their day, and spend quality time together. Those dinners are made extra special when you add tropical produce found in the markets and grocery stores that carry La Huerta imports. La Huerta knows the importance of family, so they know which quality products make the best quality meals for your customers, whether it be Mexican Hass avocados, Brazilian figs, Ecuadorian red dragon fruit, or something just as exotic and special. To get your supply of the best tropical produce at competitive prices with brands buyers trust, contact La Huerta Imports at 705-752-1478.
Community engagement is one of our core focuses at McDonald's. The key is finding the right people who are passionate about the same things we are, helping kids be kids. McDonald's proudly supports local organizations such as the North Bay Regional Health Center Foundation, Big Brothers Big Sisters, One Kids Place, the Children's Aid Society, and Ronald McDonald House Charities. Stop by McDonald's on 1500 Fisher Street, North Bay, to see how we can serve you and the community every day.
Hey there, I'm Mike the Financial Advisor. When you strip it down to its core and you take away all the industry jargon, I help people solve financial concerns. So if you're concerned that you'll never save enough to retire comfortably, or that your kid is going to graduate post-secondary $40,000 in debt, or maybe even that life is going to take a really unfortunate sideways turn and somebody is going to have to open a GoFundMe page for you and your family, I can help you prevent all of those things from happening. If you want to see how, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Just do a search for Mike the Financial Advisor. You should find me.
Yes. Boys going after the puck. Gets it away. Goes for the shot. Takes it. And Curran was stood tall on that
At
one.
5'10" and 154 pounds, Jackson Curran is a hard-working goaltender for the North Bay U16 AAA Trappers. The 2007 birth year netminder is relied upon heavily by his U16 team on a nightly basis.
I would say I'm a smart, confident, calm, controlled goalie. Probably my rebound control or my ability to play pucks. That's what I'd say is the best part of my game.
The North Bay, Ontario product models his game after a Canadian superstar netminder and a North Bay area NHL goalie prospect.
My favorite goalie is Carey Price, but I try to model my game after Ben Goudreau, one of my best friends. Practice a lot with him in the summer. I like his everything he does.
Curran works hard on and off the ice. He has a reputation of training like a professional, simply trying to get better every day.
I want to follow in Ben's footsteps, and I want to be better than Ben one day. So I try to work as hard or harder than him and what he has done.
Skates around the net, tries to wrap around. He can't get past Curran.
I think for Jackson Curran, what you get is consistency. You get consistency in attitude. You get consistency in terms of his performance on the ice. When I work with Jackson, we talk a lot about the economy of motion and the economy of emotion. And we've worked really hard on his skating. He's made a lot of progression in terms of his skating abilities, and that's really showing up in his play.
Curran's longtime goalie coach believes the young North Bay area goalie has come a long way in his ability to catch a puck and track a puck.
That's fundamental to Jackson, but I think one of Jackson's most outstanding characteristics is his personality, his compete level, his coachability, and what he brings to the dressing room. He will never be a liability in any of those areas. His goalie IQ, I think, has gone up considerably in the last year, and there's still lots of room to evolve that, and as that grows, he's even going to become better.
Curran also pays tribute to a teammate on his goalie mask. Noah Dugas passed away from a stroke in November of 2020, and in the summer of 2021, Curran had his friend's picture painted on his goalie mask.
It means a lot to me. Personally, one of my best friends and someone I miss greatly, and talk to him every game before I go on. Just hope I have a good game.
Curran is hoping OHL scouts will overlook his team's record in the Great North U18 League and view him as a top goalie prospect for the 2023 OHL priority selection.
I've faced a lot of adversity this year since our team is not as good as it was last year. Faced a lot of challenges, ups and downs along the way, but keep pushing through and play the cards as they will. I'm a hard worker, never give up, and love the game.
This has been a Dostar Video Scouting presentation.
Okay. Who's the best dancer on the team?
You're good at like getting sturdy. Like you can get sturdy. But an actual dance? Pretty sure Lukey has some moves under his belt.
Yeah, he does. I agree. I think Ertz could definitely.
Ertz can definitely go for it too. Yeah.
He can move those hips.
Lukey and Ertz, I would say.
Yeah, they're really good at moving their hips. They can.
He's just a robot, so I'd say he's good.
He could do the robot pretty good. Okay, this is just a common goalie question here. Would you say, is there anyone weirder on the team than you and Chuck? Because goalies are just like different breed over here. So who do you think you got that's weirder than you and Chuck?
Well, just because you have to ask that question, I'd say you. And you're weird for thinking it's weird.
Goalies are just weird, man.
And who else is weird? Oh.
That's a good one.
I feel bad for throwing guys under the bus here.
Okay, maybe not weird. Who's
I don't want to say weird. That's not nice.
Who's unique in their own ways?
Oh. Ertz. Kenny. Turles.
Yeah, all the boys.
Paul.
Yeah, Paul. Yeah, you like
Hissy
that.
for sure. Hissy for sure.
Yeah, we love the boys.
No, we love the boys are all beauties. I wouldn't say anyone's weird. Everyone has their own kind of structure to the way they need to focus on hockey, and if it's working, it's obviously working for us. Nice, good weekend we had, and a couple more to come.
See, that's a good way to rebound out of a tough situation. So I'll give you credit on that one. Nelly was literally trying to sewer you, and you just like came out smelling like roses.
Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
As a Canadore College alumni, you have access to perks. Canadore Alumni Perks. This is a lifetime membership that includes special access to great offers, opportunities to get involved, and so much more. Graduates can access discounts and special offers from businesses and hotels locally, across Canada, and internationally. Get information on special events and news, or access the alumni job portal. Keep in touch with Canadore's alumni office. Visit canadorecollege.ca/perks. Great things happen here.
You rely on your vehicle to take you to the places that matter most to you. So bring your vehicle to the team you can rely on to keep it running at its best. Dave's Automotive Services. Whether you're getting your car or truck ready for the season with a tire change, making sure you're safe on the road with an inspection and certification, or doing your due diligence to keep your vehicle in tip-top shape with regular maintenance, Dave's Automotive Services has you covered. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect when you bring your car or truck to Dave's Automotive Services at 411 Airport Road. Call 705-478-5544 and book your appointment today.
The Frontline Podcast, Season 3. Courtney Kenny, Matthew Sukram, Derek Lindemann, Bob Coles, and Ben Long bring you closer to your favorite teams like never before. Covering everything to do with hockey in the North Bay area, exclusive interviews with the North Bay Battalion staff and players, expert analysis on the OHL, NOJHL, and more, keeping you up to date on all things Voodoos, Trappers, Lakers, and more. It's a new season, it's a new adventure. The Frontline Podcast Season 3. Available wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Average Joe's Eatery. Average Joe's, where we want your experience here to be a happy one. 3501 Trout Lake Road.
And welcome back inside the Powassan Sportsplex, where through 2 periods of play, the French River Rapids have a 2-1 lead over the Powassan Voodoos. I'm Derek Lindeman. I'm joined by Ben Long, and you are watching Voodoos Hockey on the Frontline Podcast, brought to you by Average Joe's Eatery. Well, Ben, Voodoos going to have to try and find a way to solve Brady Dyer in goal for the French River Rapids. They've only got 1 shot past them on 28 attempts.
Yeah, French River's done a really good job of keeping those shots to be mostly low-risk chances. So Powassan's going to have to make sure that they're doing a better job of getting inside, getting in front of the net to those dirty areas, and getting some pucks on the net from there.
Exactly. You got to get in front, as there looks to be a little bit of water still remaining on the ice surface, as the referee is trying to get confirmation if it's good enough to go. Josh Jolly will go down to look at the area in front of the French River Rapids goalie, Brady Dyer. So the shots, as I said, that was 28 shots for the Powassan Voodoos, 29 fired by the French River Rapids. Drocolo stopping all but 2. So we're going to have a short delay as they will wait for the water to freeze up in front of that French River goal.
Yeah, due to the intermission activities that they had out on the ice, the Zamboni was late getting out there, and it was just pulling off as the players were stepping onto the ice. So you can see there's actually puddles in many spots right now where there's still wet, standing water in front of both nets, it looks like here.
For anyone that knows hockey, it takes roughly about 8 minutes for the Zamboni to go around. They give 15 minutes for the intermission, so that's basically 8 minutes for the Zamboni, 7 minutes for the ice to freeze up. Sometimes they start a minute early. This time the Zamboni didn't get on to almost 9 minutes left on the clock, so it took 8 minutes and it got off with 1 minute remaining as the teams were coming onto the ice. As now it looks like Charlie Giesler has a shovel, and he's going to have to provide some service in front of that goal to get some of that water away.
Yeah, it looks like the intermission when we used to play next door, when they used to freeze up over the ball field and get the shovels out and clear up the ice so you could play a little bit more. And yeah,
Josh Jolly having a good laugh right in front of us as he gives, I don't know what's going on, as Charlie Giesler still shoveling the water. A lot of that results in the puck sticking in behind that area, and if you're not careful, a defenseman will overskate it and give the opposing team a very good scoring opportunity.
Yeah, or a rebound that could be kicked farther away, ends up right in front of the net with no one nearby except for a lonely forward and an empty net.
Or I can recall even coming out to play the puck, and it doesn't make it all the way back because it gets stuck in the water. So
yeah,
you got to make sure that it's frozen completely to make sure it's fair. And it looks like the shovel will be getting taken off the ice, and we're moments away from puck drop here as Josh Ollie has blown his whistle to get the teams to center ice. Hill to take the draw against number 14 of the Powassan Voodoos. That's Jack Kelly, or Shields, to take the draw for the Voodoos. Tied up and eventually pushed down into the Voodoo zone, where it's picked up by Alex Little, the captain of the Powassan Voodoos. He'll stop up on his near side. He'll skate it up. Backhand pass to Kelly. They can't get inside the Rapids zone as they stand up 3 across the line. Finally, the Voodoos will pick up the puck on the turnover, going into the corner. Snyder trying to reverse check as the puck goes back to the point. Little shot blocked, and it goes all the way down the zone. That was Will Burry with the block of the Little shot, as Little has to retreat. He's still being bothered there by Burry. Picked up now by Tugalokov. Comes out, stops at the ringette line, will go back down low, sends it down in behind the net. Picked up by Russell. The Voodoos will take over. Kelly tried to push it ahead, but he is at the end of the shift, and he'll have to go for a change as Wolf goes to get that for the Rapids. Picking it up is Snyder. He's being watched by Gazik. Backhand pass. Picard just tips it into the corner for Tugalokov. He'll bring the puck in, making a move as the Rapids go in offside.
Yeah, I've seen a couple plays out there where I'm not sure if they actually got all the water. The puck seems doing a little bit of weird movement. But it's looking like it's starting to dry up out there, so as we carry on, hopefully we'll see some more normal action and get some more chances either way.
Exactly. First face-off for service, and it's won again by the Rapids, continuing their excellent face-off percentage here tonight against the Powassan Voodoos as it's controlled down in their own zone. Ganaki just allowing things to set up in front of him. He'll send it cross ice for Boucher. Boucher will elect to skate it out, get to the red line. He'll flip it in. Service back there first for the Voodoos. Off the boards, he's trying to get it up ahead, but it's picked off by the Rapids, and finally it squirts out to Lemke. Backhand pass to the far side as it's skated upon there by Patrick, and a turnover, and it's a 2-on-1. Picard going to the same move, and the same result as he roofs it up over the glove of Duraclo. It's 3-1 here. We've played a minute 48 of this third period.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to move there, right? Fake to the left, pull back to the right a little bit. That time he got it elevated, and Duraclo didn't have much of a chance, and that was a 2-on-1 turn breakaway that, yeah, Powassan's got to be a little tighter than that defensively if they want to keep in these games.
That was the result of a turnover in that neutral zone, so something we talked about that the Powassan Voodoos had to look at eliminating, and then with a sloppy line change, they got caught on an odd man advantage and left Picard in all alone. That's the third time he's been all alone, scoring on two of them as the Powassan Voodoos will get called. It's going to be a hooking call going against the Powassan Voodoos, so the French River Rapids will be going to the power play for the first time in this game. It looks like it's going to be Tucker Shields going to the box for that hook.
Now, traditionally, Powassan gets almost as good chances on the shorthanded on the penalty kill as they do on the power play. So we'll see if they can maybe use this as a jump start to some energy, maybe get some action, get the puck down the other way a little bit.
The French River Rapids power play has only scored 10 goals on 112 chances. That's just less than 9% they've been converting on as they control the opening face-off. Hill gets it down low for Campanella. Back to Hill. Into behind the net for Campanella. Hill stops. Backhand back to Hill. Hill and Campanella just playing catch with it on the far side. Hill now with it. He watches it goes past, and trying to sneak away was the Powassan Voodoos player, but he gets hooked up, and that will end the French River Rapids' first power play as they only got 25 seconds on that man advantage.
Yeah, and that was Gazage there with a quick little break, and with French River being left a little flat-footed, they didn't have too much of a chance aside from give them a breakaway or take a penalty, and they made the logical choice, but we'll see what Powassan can do with it.
So we're going to be 4-on-4 for the next minute 35, and then the Voodoos will get a short power play as it's controlled there by Russell. His shot does not find the net as it goes over top, and it's just out into the neutral zone where Picard will send it back for Ganaki. Up ahead for Russell. Russell will just take it back inside his own territory, will backhand it across the ice for Ganaki. Russell will take it away from him, gain the red line and backhand it in. He'll go in on the forecheck as the Voodoos try and break out. Patrick sends it to the near side for Fullerton. Across the red line, dumps it in. O'Brien will chase that down in behind the net. O'Brien being watched down in low. Still 55 seconds remaining in the penalty to the Powassan Voodoos as we're still 4-on-4. Up ahead, Picard with it. He's forced to turn back as Wilkie is watching him. All alone, as going in all alone, Tuckaloloff. He can't get a handle on it as it rolls in, and his shot just goes wide of the net. Tuckaloloff spinning just inside the blue line. His back pass a little too far for McKay. Picard will come and help out that. Picard having himself a night for the French River Rapids, getting involved in 2 goals. Tuckaloloff again sent in all alone. This time it's slashed out of his hand by Lemke, and both officials will raise their arm, and we'll wait and see what the call is going to be, as it's going to be a slashing call going against the Powassan Voodoos, as for the second time in less than 30 seconds, Tuckaloloff was sent in all alone.
Yeah, and that's another of the same case French River had, where you get caught a little flat-footed and the other guys are getting either a breakaway chance or you're taking a penalty. And you got to take a penalty on those, but it's much better if you just keep in position and don't end up in that spot of having to take that call.
So what we're going to see is a 4-on-3 power play for 12 seconds. Then we'll have 4-on-4 action for 25 seconds. And then it will be back to a 5-on-4 power play for the French River Rapids. If you follow all of that, we're going to go back to 4-on-4 as the Powassan Voodoo player will step back onto the ice. That's Tucker Shields rejoining. So we're 4-on-4 for the next 25 seconds. Ganaki leaves it there for Boucher. Boucher making a move, being watched by Service, gets knocked off the puck. Service now battling with Bure as it's just inside the French River zone. Service being hammered away there by Ganaki. So the French River player is back on the ice. So now it will be a minute 20 power play for the French River Rapids. So they're 0 for 1 so far, although it being a 25-second power play as it's dumped in by Bure. Smetham will send it all the way around the boards. Ganaki can't keep it in, and he brings it back in offside. 1:09 remaining in the power play for the French River Rapids.
Yeah, and Ganaki doesn't appear to agree with that call. He had some things to say for the ref and some gestures, but from here being pretty close to the blue line, I think the ref made the right call there.
The Powassan Voodoos penalty kill has killed off 79.78% of their penalties they've taken. They've only given up 18 goals on 89 penalties. So the Voodoos still will be shorthanded for another 60 seconds as Ganaki will skate it up through the neutral zone. He'll make a move, bring it in down the left wing side. He gets knocked off the puck, and 3 Voodoos will pounce on it to try and clear it out. But the Rapids continue to keep it in. Boucher keeps it in at the point. Ganaki chops it down. Dracolo will chip it in behind the net. Dubak back to Boucher, into the corner for Ganaki. He'll put it down low. Hill back to Ganaki now at the point. Hill trying to go cross ice. Boucher can't keep that in as it went off the stick of Strinchaluk. Boucher all the way back inside his own zone in behind the goal. 15 seconds now remaining in the power play. Campanella, he can't keep it in. Ricci will come around and send it around, but the Rapids with a late chance, but they're forced to regroup as it's the Voodoos player Lemke about to step back on the ice. So we're back to 5-on-5 here with just over 14 minutes to play in the third period. The Rapids extend their lead here to 2 goals as they're up 3-1. Campanella centering pass. Larone has it knocked into the far side. Larone back to the point. Sent down low. That's Wolf sending it down in behind the net. Shields will gather that in behind. Turn away from a check and come out the far side. Looking for that stretch pass. O'Brien can't handle that, so that will go down and we'll have an icing call as Snyder was the first one back there for the French River Rapids.
Yeah, with that pass, I wasn't sure. I thought maybe it tipped off of the Shield's foot there, but I guess they're after saying no. We end up back in Powassan's end. Not allowed a line change there.
Powassan really hasn't got much going here in this third period. Only 1 shot on goal in this period compared to 3 of the French River Rapids, but that's okay if you're the Rapids because they have a goal. O'Brien's shot, it gets blocked. It's going to the ground to block. That was Abram Snyder, and that will go up into the meshing in behind the goal.
Yeah, and now that the penalty mess is over, Powassan has to be thinking, we got to settle down now. We got to get some chances, and we got to make the most of them.
Powassan's going to have to open up a little bit to try and get a couple odd man chances, if not a breakaway, and sustain some pressure. Again, they win the draw. And Picard trying to use his speed to get that face-off play underway, but Hill has it taken away as they go back the other way. Strinchaluk centering pass. Wilkie has it bounce over his stick, and he'll skate it back towards the blue line. Little can't keep it in, and it's a 2-on-1 developing as Hill is in alone with Russell. Hill takes the shot, and that will find the crest of Dracolo's jersey.
And just as you were saying that Powassan needs to open it up, we had 2 of the defensemen in. We had a 2-on run coming back with a forward as the only man back. And Patrick did an admirable job of keeping the pass closed off, and he only had a shot left, and the goalie kept it right up.
Ganaki has his shot blocked as the Rapids continue their weapon on the face-offs. Burry into the corner, taken Fullerton will beat him there, and the two athletes will fall to the ground. Leotino will skate out with it. Haven't really mentioned his name of late as he sends it cross ice to Fullerton. Two defense leading that rush as the Rapids will take over on that turnover. McKay cross ice for Ganaki. The Voodoos trying to hem them in. Smetham back, Leotino, his shot comes off the end boards and it's just steered into the corner. Leotino will flip it down low. Smetham back to the point, Leotino. His shot lane taken away. Lemke with the tip just misses the short side as Little can't keep it in on the far side. Lemke dangling with it at the red line, gets through one player before it's knocked off his stick. Finally taken away by Long. Little now with it. Little shot, tip. Wilkie will send it up into the glass, and the Rapids will just send it down the ice. First one there is Shields, up ahead for Wilkie, leaving it for service, but it's stripped away by Dubach and sent out to the neutral zone. Long will gather it and send it all the way back into the French Rivers Rapids. Ganaki setting up the breakout. 11 and a half minutes here to go in the third period. The Powassan Voodoos trying to develop something on the forecheck. Ricci comes in to knock that down into the corner, but Boucher will take over for the Rapids. Getting it off the boards to Dubach. He'll flip it cross ice. Tugalokov down, trying to cut to the net, trying to outstretch Drocolo. Drocolo getting his leg to the post, and after some digging, Drocolo will finally hold on to it as Dubach got a couple numerous pushes in on him.
Yeah, I mean, Powassan's really got to do better at not letting guys come back and get some odd man chances there. That's Tugalokhov's third or fourth of this period where he's in on his own. We've had, a few guys have had that many odd man chances in on their own, and Powassan's got to shore that up.
Face-off coming to the right of Drocolo. Voodoos do win this draw as Wilkie has it taken away from him in the corner. The centering pass is knocked away as the Voodoos trying to stretch it. That goes too far, and Dyer will hold on to it as some more pushing and shoving as that is Boucher and Strenchikov of the Voodoos getting together to have some words.
Yeah, stretch pass for Stretchaluk and not quite there.
No, Stretchaluk then going in, giving it a little bit of a snow job to the goaltender, just enough to draw the attention of Boucher. Voodoos do win the draw, back to Little. His shot goes off the back of the leg of Stretchaluk, and it's into the corner. The Rapids are happy just to have it out of those dangerous areas. Little trying to go back to his partner Wilkie, but it gets tipped away by Russell, and it's the Rapids now taking control of it. Hill gets knocked off the puck as an odd man rush just about happened, and then Drocolo forced to jump on it. 10:35 remaining in this third period.
There's an extra whistle there after the face-off, and I didn't see anyone near each other, so I wasn't sure what that was about. I started looking around to see if there was, rolling around in the corner going on.
I thought maybe a few words exchanged out near the blue line, but no, nothing was happening as the draw is won by the Rapids. Back to the point, cross ice to Snyder. Long jumps on him quickly to take that puck away. Shields will carry it in. He takes a shot. Trying to use the defender as a screen. Dyer having nothing to do with that and will hop on to that rebound.
Yeah, and Smetham gave him a little tap there right after he covered it up, and I think he was looking to see if he get a call from French River, and no one decided to take the bait that time.
No, a little bit of return of the action that happened down at the other end. Dubach getting a few jabs in on Drocolo, so Smetham just getting a little bit of revenge there. Shields to take the draw against Bach, wins it, back to the point. The shot doesn't make its way through as Leotino has it blocked, and Bach will carry it away for the French River Rapids. That will roll down on the goaltender Drocolo, and he'll hop on it. And again, players just exchanging words after the whistle.
Yeah, I think they're just exchanging holiday activity ideas with the family.
That was Will Burr, the player that was involved in the trade between these two teams that saw him go to the French River Rapids, and coming this way was Chase Thompson. Unfortunately, Thompson not in the lineup as Lerone will get a quick shot off of that face-off. Drocolo having to be alert to make that blocker save. So back to Thompson. He is out with an injury. Not sure how long he will be out of the lineup as that puck just rolls in. Tukalokov will take it. He'll take it down the left wing side, send it down in behind. Another weird bounce almost coming out in front of the net. This time Little and Tukalokov battling for it. Coming out with it, that is Campanella. Larone in behind the net. Little will just send it around to the far side. Wilkie, his pass doesn't get and is intercepted. Glove down by Campanella. Looking to go for that back door, just out of the reach of Tukalokov. And the Rapids control it inside as they get some extended pressure. The Voodoos looking to stretch things out as Service was hanging out around the red line. Lemke's pass can't find him. And now will roll in on the goaltender, Dyer, and he'll cover things up here as we reach the halfway mark. The French River Rapids extend their lead, and now lead 3-1.
This period is brought to you by Canada Alumni Perks. Get information on special events and news or access the Alumni Job Portal. Visit canadacollege.ca/perks for more information.
Tonight's 3 Stars is brought to you by Dave's Automotive Services, 411 Airport Road in North Bay. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect from Dave's.
Immediately following the game, we'll have your 3 stars of service as brought to you by Dave's Automotive. And it looks like right now, I think Picard leading the way for that first star honors with a couple of goals.
Yeah, he's there. I think Dyer's in that conversation too. 1 goal against with 30 shots against. That's a notable feat for any goalie.
These teams have met 6 previous times this year with the Powassan Voodoos winning all of those. A couple 2-goal games back to open up the season as the Powassan Voodoos won 3-1 in French River back on the 25th of September, and then October 14th saw the Voodoos win here on home ice 4-2, and then the margins kept getting a little bit bigger where on the 15th of October the Voodoos won 5-2, and then a 5-1 victory to close out the month of October, and then a 9-2 thumping on November 18th, and then just recently the 6-2 victory by the Powassan Voodoos on Sunday down in Noelville. As Shields wins the draw back to the point, Fullerton, his shot gets gloved down. Dyer making no mistake handling on that one.
Yeah, as you were just pointing out, this game is quite the opposite of what we've been seeing out of these 2 teams when they face off this year.
Shields wins it again. Fullerton again. This time the shot doesn't get through. Finally, it does make its way, and Dyer will jump on it again. A couple quick whistles, but French River are really okay with that.
Yeah. Now, that was counted as a shot on the shot clock there. I saw it tick up one, but I don't think that hit the net. I think that was a loose puck that he just jumped on.
Probably would have got held up in the snow. The Voodoos win it again. This time Fullerton elects to send it behind the net. Nifty little pass out front. Shields can't convert on that one. Leotino will take it down to the hash marks. He has his pocket picked by Picard, and he'll break out going the other way. Looking for that bounce off the end boards. It does come out in front. Dracula will just steer it to the side of the net, and the Voodoos will turn it over again. Mason at the face-off dot on the near side. It rolls into the corner. Voodoos battle for it. Strinchkaluk is trying to get it a free. Leotino now forced to retreat as Bach was watching him closely. Fullerton looking up ahead. It goes off of the stick as Strinchkaluk, and the Rapids again going the other way. Bach, Picard, 2-on-1 developing. That pass just a little bit too far behind the outstretched arm of Mason, and the Voodoos go the other way. Little shot, blocker to side. O'Brien on the rebound, takes it in behind the net. Centering pass into the skate. Turning was Wilkie. He can't get the handle on it as the Rapids just flip it out to the neutral zone. Long will glove it down, try to make a move. Bach has nothing with it and will just chop it down the ice. 8 minutes now remaining here in this third period as time ticks away for the Powassan Voodoos. Caden Long through the neutral zone. His shot using the defender as a screen. That knuckleball goes in. Dyer again will hop on it. No rebound to mention.
Yeah, and we're starting to see some more of that pushing and shoving going on even away from the puck now. I'm surprised it took this long to get to this with these 2 teams that are so familiar with each other. A lot of times that'll be baked in right off the start, but we're getting to it now.
Draw to the right of Dyer. Won again by the Voodoos. Back to point. Leotino tipped by Long. It momentarily sits free between the legs of Dyer. Finally, he covers things up, and another quick whistle here. 7:42 remaining in this third period.
Yeah, and that was definitely an example of the puck being blown dead when the ref lost sight, not being covered by the goalie.
Voodoos again with an opportunity off of that face-off, and Dyer again tied up with Kelly as the puck comes out to the neutral zone. Patrick will send it cross corner to the far side. Wolf will carry it into the near corner. He'll just stop and take that hit. Long battling with it. Battling alongside Wolf. Tugalokov coming in to help out. He can't clear it and bounces almost in front of the net. And the Rapids are getting tied up in their own zone. Finally, it goes to the far side where Campanella was the only player close to it. His pass goes into the body of Patrick, and the Voodoos with an opportunity. Service, cutting around, centering pass, kicked aside. That was Smetham making the kick, and then finally the shot gets kicked out to the neutral zone off of the pad of Dyer. Leotino dumping it in, and the Voodoos elect to go for a line change as they're on a delayed offside. Carrying it out is Snyder. His pocket is picked. Metham will lose it into the corner. Service will go after it. Back to the point. Little trying to send it towards the goal. Larone will block that. Finally, it's knocked down by Wolf, and the Rapids will get it off the glass and out. Lemke has to take his time as the Voodoos were coming out on a delayed offside. Little now with it. Metham, Little, and a save there is Dyer making a great effort to get across. Rebound, Smetham shot gets covered up, and Dyer will go down onto his back, not knowing where the puck is, but gets the whistle here, as that was the best chance of this third period for the Voodoos.
Yeah, and that was some heroic play by Dyer right there. That was very close to Powassan getting in one goal, and with the offense that they have, being within one goal in 6 minutes, the game is definitely in reach there.
It definitely is, and Dyer just making that great save to go from his right to his left, as Little was all alone with that one-timer, as the Voodoos win another draw. This time, the shot there by Gazik just goes over the net as he was ready for that one-timer in the high slot. Strinchkaluk has it just roll out of his reach, and the Voodoos still applying pressure, and the Rapids do finally get it out ahead as it's left there for Hill. Hill trying to make a move, will roll it down into the corner as Leotino plays the body. Back to the point. Boucher shot. Off of the helmet it goes, and into the corner. Gazik will just send it down low with Fullerton. Will send it cross ice to Leotino as the Voodoos set up on the breakout. 5.5 minutes here to go. Near side, Gazik looking for Leotino, just out of his reach, and it's sent down the ice again. That won't make it the way for icing, as Shields will take care of it inside his own territory. Up ahead for Little. Little bit of reverse fortune there as it was Shields back to Little, who was way up ahead. A shot, and Dyer will cover up on that rebound again. Dyer now making 38 saves as the Voodoos take over in the shot clock category.
Yeah, and it looks like French River decided to use their timeout there as they were starting to struggle, and Powassan was getting them running around in their own end a little bit, and I think they're going to have a little meeting and say, listen, guys, let's try to hold our positions here a little bit better. This one's in reach. We just got to keep it.
Yeah, if you're the French River Rapids, you got to be, the focus is defensive zone coverage right now. Don't allow anyone really in behind you for those errant passes. And if you're the Powassan Voodoos, you really got to start pushing, sending everything towards the net. See if you can get a greasy goal and make it interesting for the final 5:04. It's still a 2-goal lead as the French River Rapids have scored a goal in each period as they lead 3-1 over the Powassan Voodoos.
And it's looking like they have both goalies on the bench, and they're sending 6 players out with 5 minutes. No, that's 5 players.
No, that's 6. Once they separate, we can see them all. It's 6. So with 5:04, the goaltender is on the bench for Peter Goulet as the Powassan Voodoos are looking to capitalize on their strength as they do win it, but that goes underneath the stick of Little, and it's sent ahead. Larone's shot at goal goes off the stick of Wilkie and up over the net. Little will bring it out as he skates it to the neutral zone. He can't get any further as the Voodoos can't find a way into the zone. Service gets tripped up. No call in the play as it just rolls down into the Voodoos territory. Wilkie slowing things down and letting the Voodoos really to set up. Sending it across ice, off the skate a little, and Service forced to retreat across the ice. Wilkie back to Little. Little will gain the zone. Send it. Blocker to side. Jumps on the rebound. Again, he'll send that to the goal, and Dyer will just make another easy blocker save as the puck now just being tied up in the corner. Back to the point, Wilkie. Wilkie will take a shot. Bouncing puck. Nobody can seem to find it until Bax will take it away. He'll send it up to the Voodoos territory. That will just hit the post. No icing. Icing was called eventually, as it looked like one official waved it off, but the far side official said yes. So referee Adam Morrell going over to explain it. So icing is the call, so we'll come back down to the right of goaltender Brady Dyer.
Back to that conversation we had earlier about whether the post counts as icing or not.
I know. And the Voodoos do win the draw, and it's in the corner. Shields down low, Smedham back to the point. Leotino walking the line a little bit. Back to Metham. Leotino again, this time shot, and finding it is Dyer, and he'll hold on to it again. No rebound. He's doing a great job managing his rebounds tonight.
Yeah, he's doing a fantastic job of that. 41 saves, only 1 goal against.
I don't know. It's still tough to overcome Picard with 2 goals for that first star honors. We'll have to wait and see what the experts in the penalty box decide, as it's going to be between Jeremy Love and Mike Brito on the Stars, and that shot just misses as it was tipped in front, and the Rapids do clear it all the way down, and that won't make it either for icing as we reach the 3.5 minute remaining mark. Service trying to skate it out as he's being bothered there by Tukalokov. Service will dump it in. Strenchkoluk will overskate it. Battling for it is Lemke. He comes out. He's got it in behind the net. Stops and will carry it back. Wilkie, who's down low in the corner. Back to the point. Little. Wilkie. Voodoos trying to look, causing some havoc. That shot gets blocked before it gets close to the goaltender. And it's kept in at the point by Wilkie. Strenchkoluk out front. O'Brien can't handle that as it goes into the corner. That's Russell hopping in for it. He's just trying to take some time off the clock. Being worked over is Wolf. He's taking a few chops at the back by O'Brien. And finally, Ganaki will get it out, looking up ahead for Mason. Little will get across there first, and he'll take it away. 2:40 now remaining in this third period as the Powassan Voodoos try to cut into this 2-goal lead as it's tipped in behind the net. A big hit there as that's O'Brien running over the Rapids player. And a whistle is called. As well, not really sure why the whistle was called, but Josh Jolly right away signaling that he made a mistake as he lost sight of the puck really quickly as that hit Dyer in the chest.
Yeah, that hit him and bounced right off of him for the first time in this period, I think.
2:29 remaining. Shields to take the draw to the right of Dyer. Rapids do win and push it into the far corner. Dubuck. Coming in the pinch is Leotino. The Voodoos trying to outnumber the Rapids on the far side. Leotino will send it around to the near side. Jumping down low is Shields. Back to the point for Fullerton. He'll send it towards the goal. Blocked there by Hill. Fullerton keeping it alive. Shields tries to make a move through a player. Rolls off his stick. Gazic. Leotino sends it towards the net. Hits somebody in front. Loose puck. Finally found by Kelly, and somehow Dyer will jump onto it and will hold on to it with just under 2 minutes remaining. It's a 2-goal lead for the French River Rapids.
So for the last few minutes, Boston's actually done a good job of getting in front of the net, getting the spots where they need to be to score goals, but Dyer's just saying, I'm not letting it happen.
Not tonight.
Haven't come this far for nothing.
As the French River Rapids get all 5 men in front, insulating the front of that goaltender, not letting anything of the cold breeze of the Powassan Voodoos close to Dyer.
No, they're doing a great job of blocking shots, too.
Face-off coming to the right of Brady Dyer as that service to take the draw against Bach. Bach will win it back into the corner. Wilkie will try and keep that in. He does momentarily, and it's still a battle just inside the blue line. Strinchkaluk will send it across ice. The Rapids don't clear it as it goes down towards Dyer. He'll just pull in that rebound and cover things up here. 1:38 now left.
Yeah, it's getting down there. But last time I heard you say that game was over, French River was going to win, Powassan found a way. So don't want to get there yet.
You can say it this time.
I'm going to hold off.
As this time the faceoff will come to the left side. Service does win it, and he will pick it up as it bounces off the board. Strinchkaluk in behind, centering pass. Smetham bouncing puck. Little over to Wilkie. His shot. Bouncing puck in the crease and knocked in. That's Smetham picking up the loose puck. So with 1:25 left, it's a 3-2 French River lead.
Yeah. And as we were just talking about, 1:25 with 1 goal to go, that's not out of reach for sure.
Reese Betham, that's going to be his, just trying to find it, 13th goal of the season from Ashton, Ontario. Makes it a 1-goal game here as the Powassan Voodoos will elect to keep the goaltender still on the bench here for the face-off at center ice. The Voodoos have been without a goaltender since the 5:04 mark, as they've been doing an excellent job keeping the puck in the French River zone. They have a minute 20 to try and tie things up here, as it is now a 1-goal game. As Reese Medham with his 13th of the season, that puck gets tied up in the snow at the benches, so not going the length of the ice as we approach the 1-minute mark. Carrying in is O'Brien. He gets hooked as he gets across, bouncing puck. Shields trying to wrap around. Dyer somehow getting across. That puck still free in the crease area. And finally Shields just has it roll off his stick. Gazik shot fire gets blocked and is cleared by Snyder out to center ice. 40 seconds now remaining. And a offside call is Wilkie not happy with that. And it's going to go back just outside the Powassan Voodoo line.
Is that 39 or 29 seconds there on the clock?
Good question.
There is a less than 40 and more than 28 seconds amount of time remaining. And they're talking about where the faceoff's going to go, but looks like it's staying just outside of French River's end.
Good call there, as the pass did come from that side of the center line, as we have Smetham way out to the far side. The player you got to watch as they win the draw back to Wilkie. He sends it in on goal. Blocker to the side. As time is ticking away, Little shot, another blocker save. 29 seconds now left on the clock as the puck remains in the Rapids zone. Little comes in to help out as the Rapids player are sitting down on top of the puck. Service sends it towards the goal. Knocked down. Smetham out in front. Long can't find the handle of it, and it's sent down the ice and into the awning cage as Josh Russell has put it back to a 2-goal lead here. Just over 10 seconds remaining.
Do you want to say it now, Derek?
That will put the nail in the coffin for the Powassan Voodoos tonight, as that is Josh Russell picking up the empty netter. His 9th of the season has put the ending to this novel tonight, as it looks like the French River Rapids are going to get out of Powassan with the victory.
Yeah, that was an admirable attempt by Powassan.
7 seconds now remaining as it gets cleared. Ricci out there, he gets hammered by Hill, and a last-second hit as McKay and the Rapids celebrate on the bench, as it's like they won the Stanley Cup for themselves as they take the game tonight by a score of 4-2.
Yeah, they are very excited about that win. Dyer was also very excited. He picked up the puck. I don't know if he's keeping it or not.
That's their 4th win of the season. Dyer with all 4 of the victories for the French River Rapids. That's the first time they have beat the Powassan Voodoos this season.
Yeah, and as we were talking about ahead of time, his numbers are not great, but you can't necessarily put that on him. And 49 shots, 2 goals against.
Definitely one of the best performances we have seen here at the Powassan Sportsplex, as Brady Dyer picks up the victory here tonight, stopping 40 47 shots of the 49 that were taken against him, as the Voodoos only getting 2 goals against. Let's take a look at the Dave's Automotive 3 stars of service for tonight's game.
Tonight's 3 stars is brought to you by Dave's Automotive Services, 411 Airport Road in North Bay. Expert troubleshooting, quality repairs, and time-efficient labor are the 3 stars of service you can expect from Dave's.
Taking a look at the 3 stars of service tonight as brought to you by Dave's Automotive. 3rd star from the Powassan Voodoos was Tucker Shields with a goal in tonight's game. The first goal for the Powassan Voodoos. 2nd star for the French River Rapids was Connor Picard. He had 2 goals on tonight. And 1st star making 47 saves, Brady Dyer. Excellent performance tonight by the French River Rapids.
Yeah, as we were discussing in the middle of the third there, the Picard and Dyer, unless something major happened in that last half of the third, they were pretty well locks on that 1 and 2 spot.
Well, that closes tonight's game here from Powassan Sportsplex. Let's take a look at what the rest of the schedule looks like for the Powassan Voodoos this upcoming season before they break for the holidays. Their next game will be Friday night as they host the Espanola Paper Kings. That will be a 7 o'clock start here on the Frontline broadcast. And then next Wednesday they host the Greater Sudbury Cubs, and then they'll make the road trip back up to Sudbury to play the Cubs again on the 22nd. Those are the last 3 games of this calendar season for the Powassan Voodoos, and you can catch those 2 home games right here on the Frontline broadcast.
Yeah, we'll be here for all of them, and hoping to see them turn around after this game. I mean, they got 50 shots, so I mean, I don't know if you could say too much that they were outplayed overly throughout the game, but that result was definitely not what they were looking for against French River.
No, not definitely what you're looking for after winning the first 6 games of the season against the French River Rapids and then beating them Sunday night in French River by a score of 6-2. Let's say it one more time. The French River Rapids skate away with a 4-2 victory over the Powassan Voodoos. For Ben Long, I'm Derek Lindeman. So long from the Powassan Sportsplex.
Meals are a special time for families to gather, share their day, and spend quality time together. Those dinners are made extra special when you add tropical produce found in the markets and grocery stores that carry La Huerta imports. La Huerta knows the importance of family, so they know which quality products make the best quality meals for your customers, whether it be Mexican Hass avocados, Brazilian figs, Ecuadorian red dragon fruit, or something just as exotic and special. To get your supply of the best tropical produce at competitive prices with brands buyers trust, contact La Huerta Imports at 705-752-1478.
Community engagement is one of our core focuses at McDonald's. The key is finding the right people who are passionate about the same things we are, helping kids be kids. McDonald's proudly supports local organizations such as the North Bay Regional Health Center Foundation, Big Brothers Big Sisters, One Kids Place, the Children's Aid Society, and Ronald McDonald House Charities. Stop by McDonald's on 1500 Fisher Street, North Bay, to see how we can serve you and the community every day.
Hey there, I'm Mike the Financial Advisor. When you strip it down to its core and you take away all the industry jargon, I help people solve financial concerns. So if you're concerned that you'll never save enough to retire comfortably, or that your kid is going to graduate post-secondary $40,000 in debt, or maybe even that life is going to take a really unfortunate sideways turn and somebody is going to have to open a GoFundMe page for you and your family, I can help you prevent all of those things from happening. If you want to see how, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Just do a search for Mike the Financial Advisor. You should find me.